Hey, Rotating Tap, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you could do us a huge favor and please like, rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends about the podcast. It only takes a couple seconds, and it really helps us get the word out about some of these amazing breweries, as well as some of these hilarious comedians that we get to work with. And speaking of hilarious comedians, I am so thrilled to announce that Rotating Tap live stand-up shows are back in full swing. Yes, it was a horrible year, but yes, we are back and better than ever. Please check out rotatingtapcomedy.com. We've got so many good shows. We're back twice a month at Epic Brewing, Stieg Brewing, Flyco Brewing. We're back in our regular rotation at River North Brewing, as well as Landlocked Ales. Plus, we have some other random pop-up shows around breweries all over Colorado. So check out rotatingtapcomedy.com, and we'll see you at a live show soon. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Hell yes.
If you've been listening to this show long enough, you know it's absolutely no secret that we are big fans of New Image Brewing Company. It's because they're one of the best brewers in Colorado and the country, might I say. I love all of their stuff. The people that work there are super cool, and they just are always coming out with fun new beers all the time. One thing I am really stoked about is that they are going to have what I believe is a year-round Pilsner available for all the crispy boys out there. It's called Premium Pils, dry hopped Italian Pilsner, 4.5% ABV, comes in comes in 4-pack can, 16 ounces, $11. Italian Pils with Huel melon, because we all know a guy named Huel. It's just a fun word to say. If you don't live in Colorado, you can order their stuff online. They do ship to some states. Just go to their website and then hit the ship it button, and you can figure out what's available for you in your area. But don't sleep on some of their flagships that they kind of release with new variants all the time, including Coriolis Effect, which is one of their flagship beers. It's amazing hazy IPA that they just did a special release with Strata, DDH, of course, because how else do you do it? And besides just like picking up some of their beer at a store or getting it shipped to you, they also just won an award for Best Brewery Tap Room from Westward Magazine, which is a publication in Denver. And that's a huge honor because there's so many breweries in Colorado, and there's plenty of them, but also there's a lot of really good ones. So the fact that New Image won Best Tap Room really says a lot. And if you go there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The food, the ambiance, the people, the beers, it's all there. So stop over at New Image. They're in Arvada. Order some of their beer. Pick it up when you're at the store. They support the show, so you should support them. Do you run or work at a brewery tap room that doesn't have a kitchen and you're always left scratching your head about what to do about it? Because, hey, we got a full tap room here. People are pounding beers. Somebody just shotgunned one out of nowhere, but they happen to get hungry. That's a problem with the human condition. What can we do? Well, you're in luck. You can actually order some Rocky Mountain Pizza to serve right at your tap room so that people never have to leave and they can have delicious food right then and there. Rocky Mountain Pizza sells pizzas wholesale, so you just buy them in bulk from them. And they even supply you with an oven so that you can cook the pizzas right on site. It's super easy. And they're really amazing people. So if you want to support a Colorado business, feed your customers, and improve the quality of your tap room, Rocky Mountain Pizza is the spot for you. You can go to rmpizza.com to put in an order, and you can even request some free samples if you want to try it out for yourself. They have cheese, pepperoni, sausage and pepperoni, deluxe, and then in the rumor mill, the pizza rumor mill, if you will, they have a margarita pizza coming out, and then closer to the end of the summer, they have a barbecue pizza coming out as well, which both sound absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to try them myself. But if you're at a tap room, you're having a beer, and you see a poster for Rocky Mountain Pizza on the wall, fucking order it. If you're hungry, it's delicious. You won't regret it. It's going to go great with that beer that you've got in your hand, and it's so good, and you don't even have to leave. You can trust me on that one. Grab some Rocky Mountain Pizza, whether you're running the tap room or you're just sitting in one, because it's so damn good. One of the very good friends of the Rotating Tap podcast and live shows is Epic Brewing Company. These guys have been so supportive of us. They wanted to start doing comedy shows there last year. We ran an outdoor show, which turned out great. So then they wanted to do something indoors as soon as the restrictions loosened. And luckily for everybody, it looks like the world's kind of getting back to some kind of normal. So you should go down to their brewery and check it out. The facility that we work with is the brewery they have in the Rino district in Denver, although they do have a location in Salt Lake City, Utah as well. So if you're listening over there, go check them out. But I just know in Denver, We have our comedy nights that we're doing first and third Thursdays. So come down, have a seltzer, have a hard coconut water, have an IPA, have a sour, whatever you fancy, really. And come check those shows out. They have a Something Vinyl Club. It goes from 6 to 8. That's also on Thursdays, like right before our show. So if you love vinyl, love good tunes, the DJ is awesome. He just keeps it pretty chill and fun for everybody. They have trivia nights that just started back up. Those are from 7 to 9 every Wednesday night. You can win prizes, have some good beers, chill out with some really cool people. So the beers are great. They got a little something for everybody, which is divine. They do everything very well, so you never have to worry about that. And they just have a cool tap room. So go check them out. Have fun down in Rino. Ride a lift scooter around, maybe crash into a curb after a few seltzers. You know, whatever you feel like. Enjoy your day. Sunday fun day. Hashtag FTW if people are still doing that.
I think my problem is that I'm just a little bit of a slut when it comes to beer.
Welcome everybody to the Rotating Tap Podcast. We've got Steve Vanderploeg, Corey David, and special guests. Maybe beer people talking comedy or comedians talking beer. Listen up everybody and we'll see what you will hear. I won't waste any more time cause it's going very fast. It's the Rotating Tap Podcast.
Speaking of right-wing conspiracy theories, welcome to the Rotating Tap.
Hey! Whoa, that was live?
Wow.
All right now.
All your news from QAnon and more.
Chemtrails, chemtrails, chemtrails.
That's our new sponsor, actually. Chemtrails Anonymous.
And you will know us by the chemtrails of the tent.
Yeah, who's flying over our fields? We don't know. That's fair. Welcome to the Rotating Tap Comedy Podcast. My name is Corey David.
I'm Steve Vanderploeg.
And we have a return guest. We're doing this
Welcome back.
Doing this thing right now where we're bringing back some of our favorite guests.
We don't want to make no new friends, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Drake, no new friends.
Yeah, and everybody else stopped answering our calls is really what it came down to. So we are at Ratio Beerworks today with a few of our best friends. Guys, just say hi and tell us what you do here.
All right, I'm Jason Zambrunnen. I'm one of the co-founders and the brewmaster here.
My name's Hunter Grondin. I am the sales manager at Ratio and call myself First Mate.
Wait, why do you have a funny voice? You deepened your voice.
I thought we were doing deep voices.
It sounds nice.
This is just how I sound. No,
Hunter Grondin's voice
I guess
deepened.
I'm already on camera, but I was hoping people would picture me maybe in a different light.
Yeah.
I do when I have to do business phone calls. I always raise up an octave for sure. I do nice phone voice. This is Steve. Hi. Hello. How are you?
And I'm Rufus, a.k.a. Mad Dog, a.k.a.
Dog.
Aaron Graham, lead bartender / beer drinker extraordinaire.
Are you representing Ratio today, or are you representing yourself as a comedian?
Can I do both?
I'll think about it.
I
Get
know
back
that-
to me by the end of the episode.
I know that rotating tap is so rigidly defined by...
Yeah.
Well, basically, we'll decide based on how funny you are, which one you want to identify with. What's with the Wolfpack you got going on right now?
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, NWO Wolfpack.
Oh yeah, we are a wolf pack of three.
Oh.
We all went to the same high school.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
For
just
real.
different.
The Rocky Mountain?
Yep. We're a three-pronged attack from multi-generations.
Yeah, I was going to say over 3 different decades.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
who beat up who? I guess is the question that I
We
want to know.
got 3 generations of alumni.
The 70s? Yeah.
I don't think we beat up each other. We just smoked behind the bleachers at different times.
The
This
hard
is where
streets of
Jason
Fort
once
Collins.
emptied a bowl.
It just sounds like Mad Dog was the one that always got beat up. He's just trying to cover for himself.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean, it's kind of ironic that you all wound up here. I mean, was there anything to that? You just saw somebody on the resume that they were like, hey, all the other qualifications are garbage, but you know what? Go Wolfpack.
Yeah. Yes,
Love
Rocky
those.
Mountain grad. This guy's going to be great.
This guy's gonna be solid for sure.
No, we were actually having margaritas over at Mr. Oso and just kind of got to talking. It's like, I think Hunter said something
Yeah,
about
it's like
being
being
a Lobo.
for-
I was like, no way, me too. And he's like, really? Jason also. And then so we're like, kind
You're
of
in, dude.
ran
Like
through
blood
the
brothers.
the history, 94 onward. When did you say you graduated?
93.
93, there we go.
You're hired. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter what
doesn't
you
matter
get.
what
Hunter,
year.
you didn't get the flannel memo, dog.
No,
What
I
the
did
hell?
not.
What the
No,
hell?
I went Peru today.
What a loser.
Didn't know he was going to be on video.
Yeah, flannels. It's so 2019.
Yeah, you didn't know this was a
Everyone wears
formal?
pajamas now. Okay,
I just feel like
It's
we're all
2020.
forming alliances with each other against each other. Oh yeah, well you're not part of the flannel crew. Well you're not part of the wolf pack.
part of the wolf pack.
Well you guys aren't wearing Denver Broncos hats. Hell yeah, Mad Dog.
This is going to be a real Lord of the Flies situation by the time the show's over with. Somebody's going to have to do a plank walk off the
Someone's
brew
gonna be
deck.
dead after this.
Someone's going to die. 5 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Oh yeah,
We could make it fun. You guys have done Lucha Libre and laughs here before. We could just have our own little wrestling
we have.
match.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys bringing that back anytime soon?
You're
Are
the
you trying
second
to?
person to ask me that today.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, at our new location, we've got like twice as much space for twice as much rumble.
Yeah, congrats on the new spot,
Yeah.
by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Thank
that's
you.
Super exciting.
Yep.
That outdoor area, I assume, is going to be similar to what it was, which is
Yeah.
so nice.
It looks like a war zone right now.
I'm
But,
sure.
yeah.
But it's huge. It's a giant area.
It's huge. It's about twice. It is twice as big as our outdoor space
Yeah.
here.
You know,
Yep.
some people like that. It's more chic. You know, it's more authentic. You know, if it's exposed brick. It's empty dumpsters. It's the whole deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Torn down to the ground.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely,
The
yeah.
Beirut
It's
look,
way
like-
ahead of its time. It's way ahead of its time.
Love the ambiance.
kind of
Homey.
bomb shelter look. Yeah.
Are you
themed
renovating the inside there, too?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
That's
cool.
especially where it's stripped down. You know, we don't have to move any walls or any of that, which is great.
Yeah.
So it's basically stripped down to the studs.
Did you get rid
Renovating
of
the
that
whole
giant
place.
table in the middle of the room?
The giant table has been cut out.
Good.
That was
that
hard.
fucking table made me so goddamn mad.
I
That
understand-
table.
I've never seen it, but I understand like the idea behind it. It's supposed to make it more of like a community thing.
It's like a
right? You're
giant
forcing
community
people to
table.
sit together.
But okay, so for those of you that don't know, you guys, Ratio's taking over the old Declaration spot, and Declaration had me run comedy shows there for like 2 or 3
Oh,
months.
yeah.
And that they wouldn't let me do it outside, so I had to do it inside. And that giant table split the room in half, no matter what, no matter where the stage would be in there. Only half of the room could see the show.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me do it outside, and that table was just the bane of my existence.
Yeah, and it's a tough, the communal table's a good idea, but being able to move them is nice.
Well-
Because that table is about 1,000 pounds.
You're actually
giant.
separated it by cutting it into 6-foot chunks that you can strategically place around the room now, spaced apart. Yeah, very COVID friendly.
It was like
repurposed the wood.
only
It's like an
800
old
pounds
church.
per table.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, it was bigger than what's the sliding game? The little hockey pucks you slide.
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like
Yeah.
One of those, like,
twice as
things
big
you
Man,
as
who's the old person here? Jeez.
Jeez, we
Shuffleboard,
should-
of course.
Yeah, let's go play shuffleboard. Come on. We just got a special guest joining us.
Yeah,
for
we're up in our crew neck gang.
yeah, you guys are up in the crew neck team.
Yeah.
Very
I called
special
in some
guest.
backup.
Sammy, how
Too
are you
many
doing?
flannels. Too many flannels over here.
Come on in. I was going to say, just do a little intro for yourself. It's so good to see you in person. And Sammy and I do the Porchcast
You're
together.
on camera, too.
Tristan and porchdrinking.com. It's nice to actually see you.
I'll stop picking my nose. Yes. Hello. I'm Sammy. I am also a sales employee here at Ratio Beerworks. I am thrilled to be here.
And a part of the
And
crew
it's
neck
sort of-
gang.
Yeah, and part of the crew neck gang.
Yep. Yep.
This is a special Monday where Hunter and I are not matching. Every now and again we show up in the
We
exact same
certainly do.
outfit.
Yeah.
Today was not that
You
day.
have to change.
Yeah. Oh, last week he was like, "Do not take your jacket off. This is embarrassing."
It's like that Kenny Powers where they both wear the same outfit. They're like, I need you to change for me. You can't both be wearing back. Wow, it looks so dope. Stevie Janowski.
Stevie Janowski. Oh, yeah.
It's like if we have to talk, if we need to discuss on Sundays what we're wearing the next day, that's on you and not on
I
me.
know. I like, actually, as I'm running, and I have probably like the 12 of the same like band shirts.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
so
only, there's
Especially
only
our
so much
yellow
summer-
iron chic one. That's the tough
Yeah,
one.
There's
Tough
only
one.
so much merch, you know.
But yeah, it's almost summertime. It's almost t-shirt season. Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
that'll be
true.
happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, damn it.
Actually, I got a couple of Hunter's hand-me-down shirts
That's true.
for other reasons.
I keep getting fat.
Well, because he outgrew
Skinnier,
him.
I don't
You're like the
understand.
little brother, just hand-me-downs for
I think
forever.
because they're bad at washing clothes.
Very
Is
bad
what
at
it
washing,
is.
reading directions.
I just
Yes.
He's
got
like,
this
I wore the
sweet-
shirt once.
I got this
shrunk
sweet
it.
pair of Jinko jeans that Hunter doesn't wear anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah,
You
read
can
the
still
directions.
wear Jinkos. Yeah.
So Sam, are you doing a pinch hitter today?
Yes.
Because these guys kind of bailed on the chug. That's okay. I understand
No,
you're
it wasn't
adults.
Full bail. It was
it's-
more of the fact that I'm not
It's a
good
pretty
at
big
chugging.
bail. You abandoned ship.
guess
To
he
be,
bailed-
to be
bailed the
fair,
bail.
it's a responsible bail because he says he has to drive,
You have to
so that's a
drive.
good thing.
Yes.
But it's still kind of a pussy move.
What do you think? We all rode down here on horseback. We've all got. We've all got to go.
It was okay. I've maybe less self-control than some. I want to have a couple of beers.
Yeah, well, my
and
ride.
I don't want one of them to be a chug.
Yeah, my ride's in the tap room, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I rode a horse down here, but it just tested positive for steroids. So
Have you heard the new? Like apparently it might have had to do with the horse it mated with, or something. I was listening to the radio.
Sure, yeah. I'm
They're
gonna
coming up with all
next time
sorts
I
of
fail a
excuses.
drug test.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the girl.
Yeah.
No,
Every time you fail a drug test, you're like,
Essentially,
it
it's
was the horse that I just mated with.
Just a horse, okay?
We didn't drug him. It was just some in the cum.
Oh, boy.
And that's why we can't have this nice horse at Ratio anymore. Yeah, you guys were doing a breeding
It's
operation.
running around putting steroids in everybody.
And that's out. What's the name of the horse outside of DIA?
Lucifer.
Yeah, that's what happened to Lucifer. He's got hopped up full of steroids. He actually just unleashed himself from out front of DIA, and he's been waltzing around Rhino because he just wants to be part of the team.
Permanently roided up.
If anybody's worried about like driving home later, let's just get one of those pedal bars. It's just like a DUI carpool. You know what I mean? It's basically just picking up everybody on the way home from work.
I don't think I have enough.
Everyone pedals, the
oomph in
one
me.
sober guy steers.
Yeah.
Dude, that's easy to believe. Have you seen the sculpted ball sack on Lucifer?
Oh yeah.
It's
anatomically
packing a
correct.
punch.
That ball sack
Yeah.
killed a man.
Yeah, exactly. You come from East Terminal. You're
Maybe he's
getting
not
a nice
juicing
little
because
butthole
doesn't
shot.
that shrink normally? If you
With
start
balls
doing
that big,
steroids,
it sounds like he
you
could
lose
come
your
all
ball
over
sack.
East Terminal.
Not Lucifer.
Lucifer.
He's all natural, I think.
The size of those balls, yeah.
100%.
El Natural. Oh god.
Blue balls, red eyes. Can't win. Can't lose.
Oh.
Drop that hot blue balls reference into the microphone, Sam. You can't.
Sorry, I said blue balls, steroids, am I right? Oh, thank you. I'm here forever.
I'm here as long as I need to be. What's up with every horse statue? They always chop the dick off. You ever notice that? It's the most valuable part of the horse. People pay
The
top
Trinidad
dollar.
one had a huge dong.
Was it erect or was it a flopper?
It was a floppy boy for sure. It was
If you
not.
remembered it had a dick, you remember whether it was erect or it was a wet
it was
noodle.
floppy. Yeah, it was flaccid. It was flaccid, but still made out of metal.
Yeah.
So,
It was
good
actually
point.
the first dick that they didn't chop off in Trinidad.
oh boy, man.
Oh boy, that was a
did-
lot of fun.
I did a joke there one time. The first fest they did not like. I said Trinidad more like Trinamom, and they did not care for that at all.
Nobody here did either, bro. That just bombed hard.
Aaron laughed. Aaron laughed.
Aaron laughed. Oh, good. Sammy, you're pinch hitting for us today for the chug and for the joke, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so when Hunter said, "Do you have a joke?" It's always the first one at the top of my brain, and it.
Yeah, we don't.
Chug first. Oh, great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Good intro though.
Great intro. Just so everybody's clear, for the chug, we have our ongoing leaderboard. As soon as the beer hits your lips, Steve will start the timer, and then as soon as you're done,
Yeah, this is
it'll
legit.
be donezo. And then, in addition to that, you have to tell us what just tell us what the beer is, and is it over 8%?
It is not over 8%.
Okay, that's okay.
I chose Rented World Session IPA. It's just easy, and I'm feeling confident in the speediness of this chug.
How many ounces is that one?
This is 12. Would you prefer me to get a 16?
I mean, kind of.
Is that your standard?
That's the
of
standard,
chug?
yeah.
Oh,
No,
you got to
that's
do a
fine.
standard. Here, I'll switch you if you haven't had that.
Yeah, I was
I'll
going to say,
drink the
there's a
12.
Cityscapes there, too.
No.
Oh.
Cityscapes. Is that fine? Okay.
Yeah, so
Unless you want to
Cityscapes.
drink that
Hey,
right
this
after.
is mine now.
Is that your
Yeah, I was
chaser?
going to say, you can
Change
also
the
have
whole
this
beer.
immediately after if you want. No.
Yeah,
If neither of these guys are gonna do it, we're not gonna
It's
give
like
her any
calling
more
it a
breaks.
pinch hitter to bunt.
All right, so this beer is Cityscape's Mexican Lager, my second favorite, and also my second choice for this chugging adventure.
I'm glad we could force you into the one you wanted
Bunch
to
of
do the
number
least.
twos.
So, whenever you're ready, dear. And she's off and running.
Whoa.
Power move. She's got the fingernails to make it look good too. It's gonna
Not
be on
a-
camera.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a clean one.
Thank God we called that girl.
It's like your hand has a seizure. It's like
Yeah.
it's got like one.
Having a strip.
It's all right.
One T-Rex hand.
That's what we call
I'll
Sammy.
run. Okay, you're welcome. All
Not
right.
a drop
All right.
spilt
All right.
either, by the way.
Yeah,
Hey,
good point.
Hey, what do you call cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
I knew it.
Sorry, it's the only joke I have.
It's a
Yeah,
great
that's
joke.
okay. We love it. We're
It's a
happy to be
classic.
here and participated. Here's your beer back if you want it. Yeah,
Nope,
no.
I'll drink it.
Thank you.
Sammy, thank you.
Thank you.
It's really good to see
And
you.
she's out.
If you're still hanging around when the show's over, it'd be great to catch up.
Yeah, stick by your pager though. I'm still outnumbered.
Do I get a promotion?
Yes.
Yeah,
you're
more
gonna
money, more money. And if
new
you could replace my
Nokia.
Cityscapes for me, Sammy, that'd be fantastic.
Benefits
Okay, and then
package.
yeah, I'll do it, good. I'll do it, full guy. Please and thank you.
Hey, what do you call? Yeah.
Hunter, you want another beer?
Does Hunter
Cityscapes,
want another
please.
beer? Yeah. Got to keep those depletions up.
Now you got to
baby.
give her
Move those
another
kegs.
promotion. Now
What do you
she's
call
doing
cheese
extra work.
that's not yours?
Assistant to the assistant.
Somebody else's cheese.
Yeah.
Huh? Get,
I mean, I
get
was
it?
ready
Was
to-
that another one of your Trinidad
Get
jokes?
it?
I was ready to boo her out of the room, but she tried so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made up for it with that good chug.
Did anybody at the festival call it Tranny Dad?
No.
That could be next year's.
Somebody did, but they killed him. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those people get run out of town down in Trinidad. We were down in Trinidad, Colorado for this comedy festival called The Chief a couple weekends ago. It was debaucherous. It was super fun. And at one point in time, one of the locals said, "Leave our town!" Just to,
Yeah, just like
just to give you an
no
idea.
beating around the bush.
It was really
Where
fun.
was it at? Where was it hosted at?
Wasn't at
like
that
all
Trinidad
downtown.
lounge?
It was like
was
Main Street.
Oh,
Main Street.
They
Trinidad.
basically shut down an entire small town so that our friends and I could go down to go down there and drink in the street and do drugs. Like
But
that
they
was
just-
basically the whole thing.
They just opened the Dad Lounge down there.
Yeah, it's true.
Which rules.
Trinidad. Lounge,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's guys that open the High Dive. Such a cool fucking bar. What a sweet.
we got a
bar.
sticker for it already. It said North New Mexico, Trinidad. It says
Northern Mexico, yeah.
right.
Northern New Mexico.
Yeah. I mean
Very cool bar.
the only industry there is weed, basically.
Yeah.
That's all they've got. And then New Mexico just legalized, so I think they're fucked. I think
Yeah,
that's,
yeah,
I think
they're
the whole
like, damn
town's
it.
going under.
No one's
It's
coming
gonna-
across the border anymore.
Yeah.
People that pin spiders. People that put spiders in glass and pin them up.
Yeah. A lot of insects and fossils that you can
Insect
collect.
collectors.
Yeah.
A lot of insect collectors. They're apparently building. They're putting in a not putting in, but they're reestablishing a coal mine there. That's cool. I guess they figured out you could smoke.
New
Figured
coal
out
mine?
you could smoke coal. If weed's going away, they're like, we need another drug. We need to put these coal miners back to work. We need to repurpose this thing. It's not
What's
good
the modern
for.
technology.
It's
How
not
about
good
coal?
for energy
Huffing
anymore.
coal.
Have you ever tried huffing this stuff? It's pretty good.
Yeah, back to right-wing conspiracies. Trump, a lot of Trump votes down in Trinidad. Bring back coal. Bring back coal.
Well, yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah. One lump at a time. It's a big hit for Santa Claus. Big hit for the drug industry.
They call Wednesday Lump Day. Get over the Lump Day. All right, that's enough of my dad
All
attitude.
right, that's enough of that. That's fun. So actually, can we talk a little bit about the beer that was just chugged, Cityscapes? I know you guys were pretty stoked about it. You said it's your number one seller now.
It just surpassed our other number one seller, which used to be Spark Sly, which is our juicy IPA, which I always, it's nice having an IPA as your best selling beer because it's number one selling craft beer style wise on the market, but it's everybody's number one,
Right.
So it's nice having a beer that's doing it successful for us as Cityscapes, which is a Mexican style lager. We originally brewed as part of our lager series. So
And I'm pretty sure in Mexico they just call them lagers, but that's pretty good.
Mexican lager style lagers. It's called yes, yeah. No tip to the hat to the Germans. But yeah, we did it as part of a lager series. We started in 2019. It was quickly shut down in 2020 with the pandemic, and timing worked out at least for this beer with silver lining. Pandemic, everybody getting sick. Everybody also,
Thank God.
started drinking a lot of this beer. So we kind of read the numbers, decided to keep it around full time, and it's now one of our new flagships.
That's a pleasant surprise, right?
Yeah,
when you just release something as a one-off or a seasonal and it does so well.
It's supposed to be a seasonal, and once again, as we were basically when we bought this little canning machine by us, right, a day into the shutdown, we just happened to have a shit ton of Cityscapes because it was going to be our spring lager, and put that into cans too, and we basically release every seasonal every 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
But kind of like you said, good silver lining to it all is not that we had big market research, but really light drinking easy beers crushed during COVID.
Yeah.
People at home.
There was
And we
nothing
didn't
to
do
do
that market
all
research.
day.
We just knew it because we had released it for spring.
According
crushing.
apparently with my downstairs neighbor, it's mostly red wine and whiskey is what crushed during the pandemic.
That's
It's
a
like
nice
this-
cocktail.
I mean, all booze frankly did.
I think
did real well.
they were in there in like an even ratio too, so I think he was just doing half and half.
Just mixing them. Just
Is that how you guys came up with the name of this? Even ratio, just half wine, half whiskey.
half wine, half whiskey. And then we blacked out for 3 days and then decided to start a brewery.
I believe they call that the soccer mom. Rooftops. Used to be called Rooftops.
Yep.
Now Cityscapes and Domestica. I always sell to our customer base as a good beer if you feel like drinking 4 or 5 of them. So,
Yes.
especially on a sunny day, they almost sell themselves. It's pretty perfect. Patio inside. I actually just found out from Hunter that it became our best seller.
Yep.
Sparks Flies kind of held that,
Yeah,
metal
That
for a
doesn't-
while,
That's
but-
overall, not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the tap room. That's
For sure.
overall.
Mad Dog,
sure.
are you running a bit right now?
Yeah.
It's all off the cuff, even though I got my sleeves rolled up.
There it is. That's the one.
Hey, Domestica Cityscapes down at the end there?
Cityscapes.
There you go. Mind passing that over?
And
It's
then
also
who's-
surpassed
that
Rented
me?
World as my
I'll take that.
my go-to ratio beer.
Ooh, fun. Actually, I mean, it's really nice that your number one seller isn't an IPA just because
Yeah.
of the fact that you were saying, like, there's just so many
Yeah.
that if you're trying to sell a beer to a bar or a restaurant, like, their queue for IPAs is so full, and there's just so few people making good lagers that are, like, reasonable price, it's local, whatever, that you can actually just put into, like, your schedule, so to speak. Because when I used to sell, it was always, there were certain bars that they have a schedule based on styles, right? And the IPA line's always pretty full,
Yep.
and then it would be super easy for me to be like, what do you have? I mean, what's the Pilsner lineup look like? What's the wheat beer lineup look like? Just because there were so few people actually pitching any shit
Right
in that
to that
category.
point, I actually always thought, and Jason and I talked about it more than once. It's a total like stigma that craft breweries can't make a Mexican style lager year round.
Yeah.
It has to. It's almost just funneled right into this seasonal aspect.
It just depends on what you
plenty
call
of,
it.
like, yeah, right.
If you call it super happy summer times, like it's not gonna. It's not.
No, totally. And we decided to focus on the style. Rooftops was its original name, which we always thought was a cool play on kind of like, since we're an urban brewery, an urban beach, you know.
So
if
it's
you're trying to if you're going to go out and just relax in the city, Rooftops a great place to go.
After you have 4 or 5, you're gonna want to piss off this rooftop.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, piss in the ocean.
Yeah,
Piss off the
exactly, yeah.
rooftop. Same thing.
Yeah, it's just the ocean's wherever you are, my friends. Just, I'll pee myself wherever I want. Doesn't particularly.
You're still gonna get a tan.
Hey, as
How else am I supposed to tan my dick?
as my grandpa used to say, it's always better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that's true. I like that actually.
So we invited Aaron on just to like throw zingers at us.
I'm happy you just said Rufus's first name.
Yeah, I know. I never know what
Because
to call you.
I would not. If you were like,
Yes.
what's Rufus's first name? And I'm like,
Yeah, I do that with
Shit.
guests
With a
sometimes.
million-
let me look at
nicknames.
Slack real quick.
Rufus, Mad Dog.
He did introduce himself as Aaron when we started this. So.
I just heard Rufus Mad Dog.
Wow, what a great
Rufus
sales
Mad Dog.
director. Never listens. Great.
Yeah, no, I blacked that out.
Aaron, Rufus, Mad Dog, Lumpty.
Yeah.
He did have like 5 names.
Well, here's the quick synopsis. Yeah, it's Robert Blumpkin. I don't go by abbreviations. No, I'm just kidding. My parents named me Aaron, but then started calling me Rufus when I was 2 years old. So for whatever reason, I've grown up with both my entire life.
Rooflin?
It's always oscillated back and forth. But when
How old are you?
37. The same age that John Elway was when he won his first Super Bowl, everybody.
How does that
Wow.
I was going to say, so and here
Wait,
you
is
are.
Aaron Rodgers 37 right
About to
now?
turn 37.
Oh,
also
shit.
Coming to Denver.
Also coming to Denver.
Maybe in a year or two. 37.
And here you are, assistant to the regional tap room manager.
Well, but so my friend
Things are
Colleen,
looking
who
up.
helped me get the job here at Ratio, introduced me to our then manager, Chrissy, as Rufus, and she just ran with it over email. Hey, we'd love to offer you a job, Rufus. I filled out my application. She's like, are you lying to me the entire time? I was like, no, but I do have a 10-minute story to tell you. So
Wait, so do your
So
friends
you're
call
like
you Aaron?
Aaron?
And you're only
You're
Rufus here?
no,
Same
that's what
question.
I always said. My friends call me Rufus. My parents call me Aaron, but my parents also call me Rufus.
Then why the fuck have I been calling you Mad Dog this whole time?
Well, that's actually a nickname that I got from Comedy Works for
Drinking Mad Dog.
no, not even that. We were drunk, but
that you brought to Comedy Works.
This litigation. I don't like to talk about it.
we were. I honestly, I forget even how it happened, but we were walking back from Illegal Pete's to the club one night, and whatever happened. Oh, there we go. Whatever happened, I started barking like a mad dog, and then as a challenge, somebody was like, "Your new nickname's Mad Dog," and I was like, "Bet, let's do it." And that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, so a homeless man called you Mad Dog on your way back to
And he's like, let's do it.
You sound
the guy
like a
thought
mad
he was a
dog.
werewolf.
Yeah, he popped his head out from a dumpster and said, "Hey, Mad Dog!" And you're like, "Yeah, that's gonna stick." And then you're like, "No, people just call me that. That's my nickname now."
Well, I am one to make up nicknames. It's very enjoyable. It's just a fun way to play around. So I don't mind, having several, multiple nicknames myself. But at an open mic a couple weeks ago, I just got there from Ratio, actually, kind of in a haste, wrote my name down as Rufus Mad Dog, and the open mic host came up to me and he goes, "Are you Rufus Mad Dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know me." He's like, "Not as that." And then
You're Aaron.
Like, yeah, exactly. It was almost like a challenge. Like, have you been lying to me this whole time? And I was like, it's open mic.
I like how you basically were just like, "Are you Mad Dog?" Like OPP style, like, "Yeah, you know me. You know me. This Mad Dog, Robert Blumkin. You know the man."
Bobby Blunt.
Bobby
Split
Blumkin.
personality.
Yeah. Did you guys ever have a nickname? Were you guys ever nicknamed people?
Yeah,
The only one I
had a bad one.
My brother called me Homo, but I don't know if that really counts.
No, once in junior high, junior high kids started learning slang terms for female genitalia.
Vaginas.
Oh yeah, they switched that H with a C.
Nice.
Yeah, that was bad. And my mom,
I thought you were going to say Chapman. That was your other nickname.
That's when people
That was
grew up
normal.
a couple years, and I did get the
I
nickname.
bet they
Oh,
have
your
that
friend-
in Europe too. Call you Cunter over there.
Yes.
I was gonna say,
my
that's
mom
really-
opened in my yearbook in like 9th grade. She almost cried.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was bad.
I thought your friend-
I should have I should have known.
Yeah.
You know, she was flipping through it, but of course got to the "see you this summer" remarks or lines, and
See you next Tuesday,
she was
baby.
Mortified. Yeah, I don't know if she was offended or upset that my friends were that vulgar and rude, or that she named me Hunter and that would happen to me someday.
I thought you were going to say your friends called you Delicate Flower or Happiest Place on Earth.
No. It did transition into Chapman
Yeah.
for talking a lot.
Dude,
Yeah.
we don't in this country. We do not use we don't use the word cunt enough. It's an appropriately dropped cunt is so good.
Jim Jeffries, a famous Australian comedian. I'm sure we've all.
Yep.
Yeah, he has a great bit on the word the use of the word cunt, and he says it to the audience in one of his coming out I think Netflix shows, and he stops and goes, "You Americans, I see you all there cringing." And he's like, "But your word, what is it again?" He goes, "Motherfucker."
Yeah.
That's about a boy fucking his mom.
Right.
You know?
That's a little more direct.
Does it have to
And it's
be
kinda
his mom?
and you.
Yeah,
I could be.
Could be anybody's mom.
motherfucker
Could be
and fuck
anybody,
by your
exactly,
mom.
but it's
Could be anybody's
just
mom.
it's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most searched category on Pornhub is motherfucker. Yeah,
It's a good point, though.
Actually,
He has.
step motherfucker.
very true.
Mother-in-law fucker.
Happy belated Mother's Day to all the porn stars out there.
Fucker or motherfucker-in-law?
All the stepmoms out there working hard to pay the bills.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm probably making good money.
Without having to leave the house. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Without having to leave the thing. Jason, nicknames. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing as good as that.
Which
yeah.
one? Which
well,
one?
I don't know. Yeah, right. Maybe I don't know what the nicknames are. You sound like you've given everyone here nicknames.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. I have Plugstmania. I actually, it's the other Hunter that works here, but I started calling him Cunter the other day. So
You've been dethroned.
I gotta go make a phone call. Someone's not doing too well.
Yeah, what's funny is that's how I was planning to differentiate you and him. Is he's
But
the Cunter.
now-
So,
No, it was
Okay, so
Now-
I
The
gotta go
Cunter
make a
becomes
call.
the cunted.
that's what the differentiation was. Cunter 1, Cunter 2.
Had he been there before? Did he say too late? That was 12 to 14, man.
no, he's just kind of a cunt sometimes. So.
So his was more accurate. He didn't even realize his name was Hunter. He was just calling
it
him
was like,
cunt.
oh no.
Yeah, just calling him that right out of the gate. It's fun. So anything for you?
Nope.
Nothing. That's okay. If
Yeah.
you don't have any, if you don't have one, that
Jay
means you were
Z.
cool.
Yeah, that's my actual.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's when people are
But
really
like
kissing your
because
ass.
Jay-Z's got some other nicknames that I would not suggest going by. I would go by those ones.
No?
Jay-Z's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had mine was Warhol in college because I had longer hair at that point, and they were basically dreadlocks, and I was an art student.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Andy Warhol was kind of like
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Really cleaned up.
I've had
Yeah,
I've
dude,
had
it was wild. Those dreadlocks were gross. If you dig far enough into my Facebook page, I'm happy to show you guys. I'll pull it up. It's for a reaction, if nothing else. It was an aggressive move.
I don't remember Andy Warhol having dreads.
It's a new age Warhol.
Yeah,
okay? It's a
yeah,
new-
If Andy
all right,
Warhol
yeah, all
walked
right.
in here, I would have no idea who Andy Warhol
and
is.
cool, like white hair,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Did Basquiat have dreads and then Warhol
Yeah.
created it maybe? Before
It
any,
was-
But he repeated it in
yeah,
multicolor, so it was
yeah,
super cool.
Before any of those words meant
It
anything.
was actually Banksy doing an impression of Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's real. Yeah.
Oh my God, Biodome 2, Corey lives.
Ah, he's
totally.
in
I'll try to remember to put this up on the Instagram too, so
No
everybody can
shit.
see it. But
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's
It
real.
looks like a wig.
pretty cool, huh? Pretty neat. You've seen that many
No,
times.
I have not seen
Yes,
that.
you have.
I literally have never seen that picture before.
Dude, you look like it's
amazing.
Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin slammed into
pretty
each
good.
other.
Yeah,
on set.
yeah.
Also, did you say Palsy Shore? Like
Pretty good. How old were you in that photo?
this is 19.
This was last
Wow,
year.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah,
through,
31
I'm going
was
through a
wild.
mullet phase at 32.
No, but like I'm a step away from shaving my sides off. Right?
Yeah.
I got
It's
the
fun.
flow.
It's fun. I got married and then got a mullet. Yeah.
To be fair, you still are wearing flannel, so it's on brand for sure.
on brand.
And to everybody who is seeing the live video, this is the most hairless Vanderplug has ever been.
On the face.
Yeah.
On the-
And even in the back. The last time I saw you,
Oh, I
you were
bet he had
going.
to distinguish.
You were
Dude,
Thor.
My hair.
Oh, okay,
Face?
just under the beanie.
My hair is.
Yeah,
not
because
been-
for anybody
Hey,
watching the
look at
video,
this
you
shit.
probably noticed Steve's had his dick out the whole time, and this is the most hairless he's ever been.
I was going
right.
with back hair, but that's
Yeah.
I
That's
call
fun.
it the
He's
Vatican
perfectly
wax.
naked.
Is what it is.
That's a new segment we've also added to the show. Everybody get naked.
Yeah. What's the hairiest part of your body?
Let's
oh
play
boy.
a game.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's
Please
fun.
look up our podcast on Google, iTunes, and Pornhub.
Yes, indeed. In fucking deep. Yeah, I always had kind of weird hairstyle. I used to spike my hair a lot. I did the individual kind of like
The
no
thick
effects kind of
spikes?
spikes. Yeah, I did
Oh,
thick
yeah.
spikes.
Yeah.
I had my hair dyed red, like bright red at one point, and I mean, and then the dreads were basically the extent of it. But the dreads were a similar line of logic to you, I think, with the mullet, where you were like, I'm in a relationship where she will not break up with me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do whatever
Oh, you're gonna
hairstyle.
go
I'm
as-
just
yeah.
going to go. I'm going to go for it.
Wait, how'd you do dreads? Assuming, did you have to put stuff in it to get
it's
it to
so
go?
terrible.
Or
Yeah,
just-
I mean, I had somebody. You have somebody comb them in, right? It takes a couple
Just
hours.
weed resin. You just
Yeah,
swirls
weed
right
resin.
in there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a
yeah.
soap squish.
Yeah, you know how you used to
You, like,
scrape
leave
your
the
bowl?
soap-
You keep all of that.
I don't know. That's what I always at least picture.
Twist it
You
in,
swirl
wax.
it around in your hair. Yeah, you got to beeswax, and then you got to comb them. It's like having a pet on your head.
Gotta
It's really
comb it.
obnoxious.
Wow.
How do you comb a dreadlock?
Well, you comb them backwards so that they stay tighter. Like once they get really long, they're you don't really have to do much with
anything?
them. But when they're like sideshow Bobby, like the ones that I had, you got to like take care of them, otherwise they just kind of fall flat and get untangled. Yeah, it wasn't as much fun.
Is that the extent? Did they get any longer?
They got down to
'Cause
about
Sideshow
shoulder length.
Bob,
Really?
Very impressive.
Yeah. Mine, not so much.
Okay.
Not the impressive side of dreadlocks. So,
Yeah.
really, whose are? I don't know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't give it the what season is The Simpsons on now? You like the 30-year run of dreads.
No, I couldn't do that. I got sick of them. You know what I mean? It just became too cumbersome.
I used to dye my hair a lot, different colors, all colors. My mom used to help me.
Oh, really?
Started in
That's
high
fun.
School. Get red, bleached it out black, but never did the dreadlocks.
No, yeah, that's
Totally see you with bleached hair, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thanks, sir.
So I know. What's up?
Aaron Mad Dog grew a mustache over here.
Yeah, man, you got a nice little taint
Speaking
tickler
of hair,
going on right
yeah.
now. I like it. You're looking pretty good. Yeah. So actually, one thing I wanted to at least just ask you guys about, because this has always been one of our favorite comedy venues in town. We have some friends that run really great shows here, pre-pandemic and stuff. Are you guys trying to bring comedy back anytime soon? I mean, you guys have had a lot going on. We definitely want to talk about that. But in terms of events or like comedy or anything, is there anything in the works you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we're super stoked. I mean, we're probably the most positive we've been on the slow outcome coming out of this, with vaccination. So, as you know, we are pretty event heavy before. It's kind of our MO and being in the city and doing it. So we're pretty stoked, but we are taking our time on it.
Yeah.
Of getting back to what we can do safely or not and getting people vaccinated. So it's been pretty amazing. We've been starting to reach out to do some things, and it went from about a month ago to even folks we were stoked on to maybe do. They were like, hey, we're still holding off too. And we were like, we get it. To within like 2 weeks, all of a sudden, people are starting to come out. It's like that second vaccination or whatever started coming in, and now we're getting the reach outs for everything.
They finally got laid off from their job. They're like, hey, we need money now.
They ran out of unemployment as well.
Well, and one other thing, I mean, we're also just stoked for the better weather because we did do a few comedy shows over the summer, last summer, early. Adam Keaton Holland and some of the Grawlix crew, and that worked really well. So
we also had a couple live music events. Well, one was a virtual streaming with Bud Bronson and the Good Times, and we actually, for our Kolsch release last month, did a collaboration with Trail of Dead, released this delicious beer that was full of chemtrails. I don't even know how we were able to package it, but leave it up to Ratio to find a way to microchip your beer.
It's actually the best if you spray it all over your friends.
So, but with that said, it'll be really interesting. We used to do a lot of events back here. We've been jammed full because of canning, but frankly, taking over this declaration spot, once we get up and running, we can re-clear out some of this. Even if we have to do the kind of 6-foot designated moves, we could start doing some more things back here. And then absolutely, we're pretty stoked to be able to do stuff outside as the weather gets better.
I was going to say, too, it seems like a lot of people have found out how to put on events with like the confidence in social distancing and having it socially distanced.
Yeah.
And especially now that the consumer is mostly trained on how to behave and interact in a setting that is required to be socially distant.
You guys should have been down in Colorado Springs. They've been confident the whole time.
Yeah, I guess it is very specific to Denver. Yeah, at least as far as Denver goes.
Yeah, you can ignore a lot when you don't give a fuck about other people.
Yes, I will say I've been to a couple bars where COVID did not exist.
Yeah.
And it was interesting, and then having to go back to where you may work, or I obviously interact with multiple bars and restaurants daily. And Denver's done a great job,
we'll
as
open
far
up
as
when
unifying for the most part on how to, function.
And then there's some areas where they're like, we'll open up when the Lord tells us we can, and that's 10 months ago. I just did a show out in Byers, Colorado, and it's just this little farm town about 40 minutes east. I don't know if you guys even know.
I think that was the original
Riot
Fest.
Yeah.
Was out right out
I
of
did see
Byers.
the poster on the wall. Actually, it was probably at May Farms.
Like before.
It was,
Yeah.
It was at May
that's right.
Farms. Yeah, they did.
Well,
Chicago.
it was like
No,
kind of
Chicago
on
was
the
the original.
outskirts of May
First time
Farms.
outside of
Yeah,
Chicago.
Totally.
Yeah.
Started
And
in
they
Byers.
hated it.
They did hate
hated
it.
it so
Yeah.
much.
I believe it.
They only
But
did it like
what
2
a
years
fucking-
there.
No,
And they drove it out of
They
town.
did one, and then they came to.
Get out of
No,
my
then they went to
town!
Mile High to the stadium. I thought it was 2 years because one year it rained
that us
like
and our friends
Woodstock.
That was
people
Byers.
off.
That was Byers.
That was the Byers one.
Yeah, we had our
It was
friend Melissa
Blink-182,
break her
like-
ankle out in the mud.
Oh yeah, it was thick. It was like you would take a step and sink 5 inches into
Yeah.
the mud.
Ah, fun.
It was gnarly.
Been
But
there.
it was because it was like
No. I
was
know
like
it's fun.
Woodstock.
I know I'm joking around, but I know that's a good time. So we were just doing a show out there, and whenever somebody mentioned like, "Hey, we don't have to wear masks anymore," uproarious applause. Uproarious. They were just like, "Take our country back!" And they're like, "Oh wow, okay, this is the town we're in. Thank you for paying me. The burgers were a little undercooked that you gave us for free, but you know what? I'm either gonna walk out of here with salmonella." Or I'm dead from you guys. I'm going to die one way or the other from this
but
show.
At least you know where that cow came from.
Yeah. No, they literally.
You know where that
Right out
salmonella
back.
came from.
Yeah, they were so raw. They had the cow right behind the burger bar. Like, it was so fucking. It was weird. It was such a weird show because they basically said, all right, so do clean-ish. And then there's it's a multi-generational farm and the owners still are like there. And they said the matriarch of the family comes to all the shows. And if she thought Not if you were funny, but if you were clean, she'll come up to you afterwards and say you did a good job. She'll like grab you by the arm. She'll do like one of those moves. And our buddy Eland was also on the show, and he's done that one before. And he said that she came up to him after and said, "You did a great job," and then took him by the hand and started walking him around the building. And he had some
did a real good job.
real bad Get Out vibes.
Yeah. Back to my shed. Yeah.
It's like, yeah. He's
Come
like,
down
I could
here.
go into the sunken place here real fast.
Yeah.
It was an
That's
odd
why
place.
it's so muddy. You
I know.
sink right in.
I know, but it was weird. I mean, we've been running some shows and stuff over the summer and doing things as best we can to make things socially distanced and whatnot. And then you go to some of these rural places, and they just do not give a fuck, and they haven't given a fuck. It's just like this. You could be in Denver and somebody will yell at you for not wearing a mask,
Right.
And then
It's
you could
the
go
reverse.
there and somebody's going to yell at you for wearing one.
Yeah,
It's like, you fucking sheep.
Take it off. You can't come in. I've heard like Weld County, it's like you go into a bar with the mask on, they won't let you in. If it's on, you have to take it off. You know.
What a goddamn power! What a dumb power!
I know. Yeah.
It's also so sad.
Yeah, mask shaming in the other direction.
I wonder if they have like the hashtag like "Be Kind" stickers in Weld County, but they mean like "Be kind and take your mask off."
Yeah, no,
kind of like attitude.
they're all people that
Like
wear.
everyone in Denver's like "Be kind."
They're
you know?
all
They're
people
like,
that wear "Be a Good Person" T-shirts. They're all pieces of shit.
I don't know. I was going to say, because this neighborhood has the Be a Good Person store.
Yes.
And every person that I've dealt with in this neighborhood that wears that is so rude. They're very rude, and they don't tip well.
They don't tip well.
They don't tip well.
Tippers.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have shirts that say "Be a bad person" on purpose.
Wait,
Aaron, you're off the show.
Do you want to start a shirt?
Be a bad
Let's make some
person.
shirts. I like that.
Can we
And
bring
cut
back
off.
the Beer Evil Sway idea name?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those. It's one of those deals where I actually wanted to talk to you guys about branding and some merch stuff because you guys actually, I love your guys' merchandise. The black hoodie is one of the ones. It's one of my favorite items of clothing. And I feel like if you make really cool stuff, people are just they just want to wear it, right? And they want to represent the brand. So I think we might have touched on this a little bit, but you guys have some really cool designs that are like out front for some new beer releases that you just did. Did you work with some local artists on that? Like there was the Kolsch you just released, right? That you guys had a pretty sick label for. That seemed a little out of character in terms of what your normal labels are.
Yeah, that wasn't ours at all. That was so the Kolsch show we did. Was
Which I'm upset that there's no more. I know it wasn't around for
I
very
know
long, dude.
it
I
was
like,
a limited release on purpose.
yeah,
so
of course.
pretty fun
You're not
crew
alone.
of people that we met that are kind of forming a gypsy style brewery where they don't have the brewery themselves called
a
Sire
cult, nice.
Brew
Yeah,
Company.
Nomadic Brewery.
Nomadic.
Nomadic Brewery.
So
Is
they
that
were
what it
two
is?
like touring managers.
There's no fucking difference.
Gypsy is being canceled.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
The term
yeah.
I've never really
Yeah.
quite understood
Wait,
that.
you're-
I guess
It's
I never really.
It's talked about.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
because of Snatch. I know that movie came out in like 2003, but it's because of Snatch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
What is,
It's
so wait,
talked
Brad
about.
is there another word
God
for
damn it.
gypsy?
I
Is
asked,
there
I've
another-
been asking around because when I described this beer, obviously I'm selling it and trying.
No,
well,
of
it was.
course, yeah.
Yeah, and so I asked. It's because we did it with Sire Brewco, what Jason was saying. They're also based out of Denver. And
a
this is-
nomad brewery.
Yeah, well, they were. When people ask me who Sire is because they're brand new, I want to describe them what I know, and they're a gypsy brewery. And,
Yeah. That's always the
but
terminology
I kind of
that's been
paused.
used.
I was like, I don't know. And someone recently last week was like, "Oh, like a nomadic brewery." I'm like, "There we go."
Yeah.
A nomad.
They're hunters
Especially
gatherers.
Nomadland just won
Brewery,
Best
yeah.
Picture, so people get that reference
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they-
I know.
They
Francis
forage for what they
McDormand.
can in the city, and then
Yeah.
they brew with that.
Yes.
Oh, they work at Amazon in the off season, or in the high season. and
Yeah,
then
they save up money,
they
go on
brew
tour with
in the
fish.
cold
Yeah, yeah.
season.
You can't call him Gypsy because they'll put curses on you.
And that's why we can't say it anymore.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Don't
big deal.
curse our brewery.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the artist.
No, but
Oh, yeah.
I am kind of curious though. Is like so gypsy to me is always just like it's not a regional. It's not a region of person. It's just a lifestyle, isn't it? Isn't it? Taking
No,
I
well,
believe
yes,
there
here.
is a region of
yeah, I don't
both
care.
Africa
I don't
and
care how much you want to
Romania.
move on from this
I'm not
country.
gonna
We're
say
talking
anything 'cause
about
I
it.
know nothing.
I don't know.
about it.
Either. I'm just asking.
It's something.
I believe that term comes specifically from like northern Africa and Europe areas where like nomadic people in Asia were never called gypsies, and that's part of the problem is that it's like one specific area of people.
But it's a type
when
of
that-
person too, right? That they have their own cultural norms and they are a little more. I know it's
Those
isn't it
people,
typically
I mean-
associated with just like a lifestyle too? It's not just the fact that you're on the move.
Well, that's, I think, in America, we do it as this generic lifestyle. In Europe, I think it's used and sometimes as a derogatory term for a very specific set of people. I thought they're Romanian, maybe Northern African.
Okay, that's what
and so that's why
But
over
like,
there
it's
it's a different connotation.
My understanding is
we're a little bit ignorant here.
I hope you know that. Like, this isn't actually a beer podcast.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about what's.
We'll talk about beer. Yeah, what's this made with corn?
It's like
cool.
calling an immigrant. It's like calling an immigrant an alien. Is really what it is.
Okay.
Instead of
alien
like,
seems less offensive though, because it's more of a that's more of like, I think alien's like more of a formal term.
I don't think so at all.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I think
could
it
be
used
wrong.
to be.
Okay. It's the illegal part. It's calling them illegal
part,
instead of an undocumented.
Alien is a technical. Is more of a
That's
technical
probably a
term.
better example. Is undocumented instead of illegal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's nomad versus gypsy.
There we
I
go.
think, you know.
But
Well, we
either
just
way,
solved our
they don't-
problems. We just
So
figured it all
back
out.
to
the
Gypsy,
artist.
Gypsy Brewery. This beer was made with a lot of gems and
Not potions.
not potions.
Yeah. No,
Borat had a role in that too, I think.
Mostly pheromones.
yeah.
All right, so did this cool collaboration with Sire.
Well,
with Nomad Brewery.
and you know they were tour managers before, the two guys that started Sire.
so they were in the music biz.
They were in the music biz and had moved to Denver, and both of them separately. One right from Australia, right before COVID hit, and then that shut down. But they worked with lots of bands and some of the similar bands and some of our neighbors who designed our original logos and met them through there. And they had some tie-ins with bands they used to work with, the Trail of Dead out of Austin, Trail of Dead, sorry, and
Wow, you really fucked that
yeah,
up.
really already. And that's not even the full name of the band.
Nobody knew what you were
And
talking
you'll
about.
know us by
Nobody
the
knew
Trail
you were
of Death.
talking about it all.
Jeez. So,
We're gonna get a bunch of 1 stars.
Oh, you meant Hanson.
yeah,
You
Hanson.
meant Hanson,
That's the
right?
next collab we're doing. So maybe it's a little different than collab, but it was more like a true, I guess, nomad brew release with this brewery and with the band. And so that was their artist who does all their artwork, and they've been around, 20 plus years. One of their big albums is having their 20-year anniversary, and so their artist did that label for it. Just a fun release, kind of help someone else, especially as they're coming up right in the middle of COVID, and it screwed up all their plans. But it was still a cool thing. We have the tie-in with music. Mm-hmm. They're now in Denver. And as they get up and launching and doing their thing, we thought it would be a fun thing to do together.
I heard a lot of really amazing things about it, and just people were really excited about it, which is kind of it's only surprising in the sense that it's like a Kolsch, right? Like it's a pretty straightforward style, right?
Yes.
It's usually not one that people clamor over or anything, but the fact that so many people were talking about like a well-made, light, straightforward style, that means a lot, right?
I will say, yeah, it was dialed in delicious. The reason behind
DD, baby.
DD.
Is that what you do in sales meetings? Just like this
beer
one's
is
DD.
double D, baby. Here
And
we
then you do
go.
the finger guns, and you're just like, who wants to sell some Kolsch?
I wish.
Yes.
I wish that was. I could do that.
Sales always wants more.
Yeah. Well,
Our
I wish
canning line's tiny.
I could pull that off, but no, it crushed, and it was fun, for a short period of time selling that beer. But reading the description and understanding what the reason why we did that beer is it was kind of collaborated on obviously with multiple people, but the band doing a tour style beer, a crusher, something you can drink all the time. So
Like
it's
on tour,
pretty simple reasoning, really, for why that style was collaborated on and brewed.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this kind of leads into another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, which was essentially how I've always really respected that you guys kind of stick to what you do very well, and you innovate and still continue to make really cool new beers. But there's a lot of times there's traditional styles that are just done very well, and it doesn't seem like you guys have caved in terms of doing anything that's too hypey. And have you talked about it, thought about it? I'm sure from being on the brewing side and the sales
As you're
side.
drinking a carrot elderflower
I
saison.
But I have.
I suppose, but our
seen one
carrot
other-
beers, like...
Yeah,
Because
carrot.
this
Yeah, that's
beer-
true. That's not hype beer.
Yeah,
You're right. Good point.
I don't know if I've heard anybody say, like,
it-
yo, I had this dope carrot the
Yeah,
other day.
whoa.
I've
There's
seen
so many
other
carrot
carrot
beers.
beers pop up,
Yes.
and I've tried them. And
I think they
they're
sprout,
not
actually.
Good.
Yeah.
They're nothing like this, right? Like this This beer is incredibly delicious.
How many did you see? I usually burn those places down, so I'm curious
I've seen,
if you could list those breweries,
I think I've seen
any
two.
addresses, names, numbers.
Let's burn
family
this
members.
motherfucker to the ground.
But that's really fun. Some of those beers, like this beer, we did out of a spirit of collaboration originally for a Harvest Week.
In the
that
spirit of
supports
good times.
All the in the spirit of good times.
Spirit of fun.
That we did for the Grow House here in Elyria, Swansea, kind of an urban farm that grows food, and for the neighborhood, because we're kind of in a food desert, the neighborhood surrounding us, and then Eat Denver, which is all the independent
A
restaurants.
food
And-
desert sounds like a good problem. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
right.
it doesn't sound like when I think of desert. Usually, it's just like, oh, we're fucked.
You mean
So
like
you're
a
like a desert with
food?
food? Yeah, it's not that.
This desert is
Dessert.
filled with food.
There's no water, but there's prime rib everywhere.
Food everywhere. This is the best desert I've ever been to. A little hot.
It's only
Oh,
crackers, so you just don't
Look
have
at
any
this.
water. It's
We
just
got more
dry.
beer. We did eat order.
Whoa,
Yes.
hi.
Bring 'em around.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so
Are
much.
these
Do you wanna introduce yourself?
domesticas or
Way to go,
cityscapes?
Rachel.
Are these domestica
This
or
is
cityscapes?
Rachel taking good care
I
of
thought
us,
Rachel,
making
you were
sure
gonna get
we're,
We're gonna.
Are these domestica
sated
or
beer
cityscapes?
wise.
Yeah, Mad Dog, are you gonna chug a beer?
Yeah,
Is that part of the intention?
I was waiting
Let's
for
see
the
if you can
cue.
beat Sammy's time.
I was waiting for the cue.
Oh, we never even said Sammy's time. We
Thanks,
do this a
Rachel.
lot.
yeah,
we
you
do
did
that.
it.
We do that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, I didn't even time it. I was just
No, we
watching.
usually always get the time. It's just that we always forget to bring it
Forget
up.
to say it?
Yeah. So we just start talking about we start talking about other bullshit.
Yeah, what was
Shit, I deleted
Sammy's
it.
time?
Yeah, what was it? That was pretty good.
well, if Aaron's if Rufus
Yeah.
Blumpkin
There's a lot of
Bobby
beers to drink
Mad
there.
Dog is gonna do one, then
Man.
we're
I
here
wanna
for
see
it.
it.
Dog, digesty.
I also need to know, are those cityscapes or domestica? Whew. I forgot. We're getting real low on cityscapes.
A lot of domestica. Yeah, we don't want to hurt.
Every pint counts.
With Cityscape, just to clarify, what about it makes it like a Mexican lager? Is this mostly is it like the use of corn, or what else are you guys?
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. So it's a pretty interesting one. When you say Mexican lager, a lot of that, the lager brewing through all of the Americas, in U.S. and in Mexico, were a lot of German immigrants when they first started bringing lager, kind of that technique here. All the Coors and Budweisers, but same as in Mexico too. You had a lot of German immigrants.
Yeah.
So when lager brewing
People needed
started,
to
they brought it
flee
all
World
over
War
from
II.
Europe.
We get it.
Yeah. So and say well,
For a
so
variety
yeah,
of reasons.
You're welcome.
yeah, right. That's Argentina that held all the.
Back-to-back champs.
We've got this amazing Argentinian lager that we've just released.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time.
Yeah. So separate from that's Argentina.
Yep, it's
all
okay.
the
I'm
World
making
War
the
II
joke.
stuff.
You don't have to. That's
Yeah.
not, you don't have to stamp your name on that one. That's me.
But yeah, so
You just got so
remember there was
uncomfortable.
yeah. Oh no, I
After
don't
we
mind
said
that
the
at
word
all.
This
gypsy
Des
30
keeps-
times. Now you're upset.
This show has been taken over by Argentinian gypsies.
Yeah, hiding.
It's off the rails. All right, continue with the history of Mexican lager.
So Adolf Hitler.
Oh, baby!
Mad Dog's going in for the mic.
That's actually a South American lager. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell how much he enjoys it 'cause he's got drops on his little mustache.
So yeah, it's actually a pretty subtle differentiation, but yeah, typically, and it actually happened a lot here with brewing with corn in the Americas, corn versus other things that lined up with what you couldn't grow. And originally there was different barley that could grow or not, and you use rice or corn for different reasons.
Right.
Corn obviously grows well in the Americas.
Kind of cool. I mean, interesting in a way that it's come around a little bit more because, I mean, corn's been used in American brewing for a long time with light lagers, right?
Yep.
Or just, your domestic premiums, if you will, your Bud. Not Bud, but, Miller, and I think Banquet uses its own proprietary grain blend, but I think Coors Light is either rice or, is it rice or
Banquet
corn?
uses corn. Coors uses corn, Budweiser has rice.
So
Same idea.
What I heard from somebody that worked there was that they might use corn, but they also have their own proprietary grain blend that they use, which I found very interesting.
Their grain is proprietary in the sense that it's all Coors started. When you think about all the big American companies that started that were big, they were all east, at St. Louis at best, and east from there. Coors was really this first really driving west.
Right.
And if you look at the history of Coors, they were out here as like before the state was founded or around that period. So it was not like farming and water and everything was just ready to be had like the big cities, like that downstream beer in St. Louis. Anyways, no, but frankly, they had to go out and convince farmers to grow barley, and Bill Coors in particular started, which has become synonymous with Coors, was pre-buying barley and getting growers to grow the barley they want ahead of time. The old way of doing it was you would wait someone to grow barley, you'd come and decide if you want to buy it or not. He was like convincing farmers, hey, I'll pay you ahead of time.
That barley guy again.
Oh, God damn it. But yeah,
this is a woodworking shop. We don't need barley. It's 1786.
Yeah. What the? But if you look here, if you look at Coors, they could be off the grid, and that's because back then you had to be off the grid. They had their own, they're pulling spring water, they're making their own electricity, they're growing their own barley. That's because you had to.
Sure.
The state wasn't even really founded. It was
a lot
less.
I was trying to get at was it's interesting how corn is used in some of those premium, domestic premiums, if you will, and then it seemed like it was kind of a taboo thing to use rice or corn.
German.
Yes, that's the thing we want to remember
they're all
about all of this.
No, you go back.
Now there's more breweries, not more craft breweries using rice.
You used to not even be able
corn.
to allowed to use it and be considered craft, and they changed that definition about traditional ingredients. I think Yuengling was the first one that I think their big lager they make is rice or corn as an adjunct.
It's mostly dog shit. If I'm going to be completely honest. Yeah, I mean that's the main ingredient. The main ingredient is mostly
dog shit.
It's mostly Chihuahua diarrhea. I think it's mostly what's in Yuengling. Yeah.
But the finest of dog shit.
Yeah.
Husky shit ale.
I think it's Shibanu.
Pedigree shit ale.
I'm not a huge fan of Yuengling. Just so you guys, I don't know if you remember that from the last time, but I'm not.
Yuengling Amber Lager is pretty good. I actually have only had it in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, that is nowhere near where it's brewed.
At Robert's Western World.
Oh yeah, right on
Robert's
Broadway
Western
or Main
World?
Street or
That sounds
whatever.
like a
That's
pub
right on the main drag.
Oh,
that's where all the tourists go. Yeah, it's a bar.
Yeah, it's on Broadway, Honky Tonk Bar. But first and only time I've ever had Yuengling.
Jason, I think we talked to you about this the last time that you were on, but Hunter and Aaron, do you guys have
Aaron.
Aaron.
Who's Aaron?
I keep doing that by mistake.
Who is that man? It's his actual name.
A lot of names. Yeah,
I'm
apologizing for calling
name.
him his birth name.
I'm sorry, that's your given name.
Least favorite beer styles.
Ooh. Least favorite beer styles now? That's probably shifted.
I have one for sure. My least favorite beer style is Pastry Stout.
Oh, yeah. What's
sweet.
the bigger version?
And the reason
Puts
why
on the LBs, dude. That's why.
I will still drink it. The reason why.
That's why he's here today, and you keep getting his clothes.
I try them, but I can't drink them.
I love them. I get free clothes out of the deal.
There's another Pastry Stout. I like that T-shirt.
It ain't the diabetes.
Diabetes.
It's definitely a Pastry Stout.
This is going to sound crazy on the tails of what we were just talking about, but typically one of my least favorite styles of beer is the Kolsch, which is why I was so surprised about Ratio's Kolsch, because I loved it. I would bend over backwards for that beer. I'd bend over frontwards for that beer, to tell you the truth. But no, you go to most places, you just taste it. It just seems like there's something off. The recipe's not dialed in for whatever reason. That's what you'll stay away from. Even though I love light beers, but I'll take a Pilsner over a Kolsch 99% of the time, but I will take Ratio's Kolsch 100% of the time.
There's some lazy Kolsches, but there's also some amazing Kolsches.
I like this. Lazy Kolsch.
By
By the way, I'm going to chime in on that too. Yeah, lazy Kolsch.
I like that.
Lazy
Kolsch.
To be
I
fair,
don't want to be lazy Kolsch. If I could be,
lazy
I
Kolsch.
want to be lazy.
I want to be lazy Kolsch.
We can all be lazy.
Lazy Kolsch.
This podcast is now called Lazy Kolsch.
Have you guys ever done? So when we would do rugby tours when I used to play, and we would do this thing occasionally where we would all be Dave. Everybody would be Dave. Everybody would introduce themselves as Dave. So that way, when you go, somebody just would yell out in the middle of the crowded bar, "Hi, Dave," and then 20 people would yell back, "Hi, Dave."
It's pretty good.
I want to make Lazy Kolsch #1 over here. Chug a beer.
Oh yeah,
I want to see how
come on.
See how the show just kind of goes.
Yeah. We got to get lazy Kolsch over here.
Because I do want to talk to you guys too
I
about
want to hear
that
more of the
adherence,
beer styles, though.
the beer styles, and also the
hated beer
adherence,
styles.
the not caving in on doing certain things.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get back to that. So
Whose is that? Is that mine?
That's you.
Yes.
all right, Rufus, Mad Dog, Bobby
Rufus,
Blumpkin.
Lazy Cole, Mad Dog.
Lazy Cole. Give him the Lazy Cole.
Yeah.
Are you able to stand up? Yeah. I don't know.
However that diaphragm works best.
Yeah, use those legs,
For
baby.
your esophagus.
And then a joke afterwards, or just chugging?
Joke.
If
Definitely joke.
your joke bombs, though, you also have to tell us the story.
Continue
about
to
bombing.
joke.
Yeah. Let's tell. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Let's see if you can get one for a change. Let's see if you can.
All right.
What are you chugging?
Domestica, I believe.
Ooh, Domestica.
Oh yeah.
Love
The
it.
beer's been
lovely.
mixed around a little bit.
Who knows? Maybe like Four Roses in there too.
Whiskey and wine.
50-50.
The old double trouble. The dialed-in double trouble. That's a
A little
Merlot
bit
whiskey.
browner than your typical Domestica.
Nice little Merlot whiskey blend. He's standing up.
Special.
I don't know. He's doing like that Catholic mass thing that I
He's
don't really
signing himself
understand
up
with his
real
hands,
hard.
where you do the body of Christ or
Oh, yeah,
in the name
yeah.
of the Father, the Son. I was Mormon. I don't know. I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that means.
Do you ever notice how most people say I was Mormon, not I am Mormon?
You stay away from my church, okay?
Yeah.
You stay away from my God, and you chug that beer.
You're supposed to be drinking beer, not running bits.
Yeah.
You ever know?
You can't turn it off. I wish you would turn it on. To be
You can
completely
turn it off
honest,
when you got a
You're
fucking
one
beer
wheel
going
on that
down your
shopping
throat.
cart.
Let's see it. Yeah.
we're ready. Are you ready? Keep it going.
Whoa. The false
Almost
start,
a
false
start.
start.
Yeah,
That
almost
was-
a
He got a little.
Yeah, a
he was
little.
like,
He
oh,
just
dog.
like had to hit his
Dog
tongue.
you.
Lip, lip, lip.
Made a little fun face.
Serpent chug.
Serpentine.
Oh yeah.
You gotta swerve the neck a little. You gotta move
Really,
it around.
actually,
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Spill
Wait
it.
a minute.
There's no way you beat Sammy. There's no
That
way.
did not beat Sammy, but that was good. That was still better than
Not
us.
a drop of blood
How do
on
you beat
Sammy.
Sammy?
That crime scene wasn't clean. Sammy's crime scene, she could get away with murder.
Oh yeah, she's gone.
Pretty good. That was great. She gone.
She gone.
Getting on her Peloton.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some times. We
Got some times. Got some times.
Sometimes I don't have them recorded, but we definitely had some times.
Yeah.
Good times, some bad times.
Non-recorded times. Undocumented.
Illegal
times.
Gypsy times. Gypsy times.
Gypsy times.
All right. I got a joke for you. How do you say pussy backwards? Dirty. Dirty.
Sorry, you mean
It's a hijack.
Aaron, Mad Dog, Rufus, Lumpday, Bobby Brister.
Bobby Blumps. Bobby Brister.
Yeah, Bobby Brister.
Bobby Brister.
You got the Broncos hat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking number 6 before Jay Cutler. Let's do it. How do you how do you say pussy backwards?
I gotta like spell it out first.
I like that. Yeah.
Not necessarily your closer, but it'll do the job.
It's actually
My sustaining middle.
it's more of a foreplay for most people.
I told you I start at the back.
Bend over backwards, forwards.
That's an anal joke, I guess, huh? Okay.
Whatever he can get. All right, let's do the
Well,
times then,
yeah,
before we forget again.
So, Sammy stepped in, and Sammy did pretty good. Sammy had a 4.48 time.
That's pretty fucking good.
pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
good.
pretty
Sub
good.
5's pretty good.
Aaron, you did not beat Sammy.
Darn.
However, you have been on the show before. How do you think you did in comparison to your last time?
I did better than last time for sure.
Are you confident in that?
Not after you said that.
100%.
Yeah.
I am confident. I think the last
100%.
time. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You
I'm pretty confident.
You really think you did better?
Yeah, I think so. Did I?
You're so condescending.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you?
Well,
Do you
like
think so?
that's Plug's style. He'll talk down to you and then be like, "Yeah, you did."
Yeah, you.
Well, fuck you.
Come on, I've been to Plug open mics before. He's like, "Fucking
You-
really up there? 5 minutes? 5 minutes? Now you're all right."
You did.
Yeah.
You did improve on your time.
Thanks,
but only
buddy.
by 1/10 of a second.
Hey,
Your last time was 6.95. This time you did 6.85.
hey,
so.
I'm doing the same in my
Yeah.
love life.
Continuous incremental improvement.
Dude,
Faster by 1/10 of a second. Every
so right
Hey,
now,
every time.
Right now, the leaderboard is you really can't get on the leaderboard without doing that 3-second rule. Well, something over 8%. Oh, he's not on the leaderboard.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, so 10th place right now is 1.66 seconds.
With the 3-second bump.
So 4.66, and then number one is
4.66.
Chris from Transient Brewing, which is 0.35 seconds. So
Yeah, shotgun count?
3.35. Yeah, shotguns
I gotta
count.
go.
it goes down.
Shotguns count. Funnels count.
Calvin in here. 8% beer.
Yeah,
Shotgun.
yeah. No,
It'll be called the
we're
Calvin
pretty
Award.
open. When it comes down to ounces, that's where we can be sticklers from time to time.
Yeah.
But
We got
otherwise,
a guy who is an employee of Ratio, so it counts.
8+%, 16 ounces in 3.3 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll give him 24.
I know, 3, so it's
so-
0.3 seconds.
No. So it's 6.3, but it's shaved.
No.
it's 0.35 seconds.
Yeah, what?
How drunk were you guys when you came
Yeah.
up with this?
Oh, Brandon was very drunk. Brandon from New Image was very, very
You
drunk.
can get a negative time by this scoring system.
Well, he ended up doing
if
3.
you can beat 3
Yeah,
seconds, you can be at negative time.
He ended up doing 3. So Chris from Transient is the
3
one that.
chugs.
So Chris from Transient is the one. He got the top spot. He got the leaderboard. It looked like a pelican eating a fish. It was wild. It was pretty crazy. So then Brandon didn't get it on his first chug, so he did another one, and he got onto the top 10.
Double chug.
But it was like the 10th spot. So then Gavin, co-owner of the brewery, just walked in because he just needed to grab something. We were fucking around with him, like, come on, do a chug. And he was like, fine, whatever. He comes in, fucking out of the rip, does an 8% chug, beats it, and kicks Brandon off in less than 30 minutes after being on it. So then Brandon wanted it so bad that he did it a third fucking time.
Dude, stretched a little, got warmed up.
It was pretty wild. It was pretty good stuff.
What's the time shave off if you just do straight up Stone Cold style, 2 beers?
Oh, double 24, 2 12s.
When the opportunity arises, I think we'll come up with a rule.
Only 25% must make it into your mouth.
No,
Is it-
50.
Yeah.
50.
Is it
I'll put my foot down on this.
is
It's
it
gonna be half.
is it 3.16 seconds?
Sure. I like that. Yeah,
all right,
we'll
nice.
leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
See how he's still condescending? He's like, I like that,
I
but
like
you,
I do.
but your
I mean,
face
I'm not
hates
a
it.
was you.
I'm not a huge wrestling dude, but I get the reference and I appreciate it. I respect it.
We the chug contest that we did down in Trinidad, we had somebody literally dump the entire beer on their shirt, and then for
And
the
then like gag.
and then
hard.
for the we did a burp portion of the show as well. So you chugged and then immediately burped afterward.
Yes.
And he definitely blew out a chunk. Like definitely,
I was going to ask, puke?
yeah, pretty fucking close. We had to replace the mic.
Wait, and
Poor
you didn't
guy.
even pour his beard in his throat? It was
I,
all on
I
his
think
shirt?
it was on his lips, but then it just all went down the front of his shirt. It was
then
wild.
threw up. Wow, that's
Yeah.
some weird shit
I don't know
going
what
on there.
that was so odd.
Can I tell a quick story? This is unrelated except for the chunky
Is it about
part.
your name?
Huh?
Is it about being named Rufus?
I was walking down the street the other day the other night, and I saw this dude. And
So
he
I was walking.
He was
Down
no.
the street, yeah.
It's so is it. But no. I was
Rufus, Chunky, Mad
no.
Dog.
I was what?
The other day, he meant since he's been doing this joke.
Well, it's a long meander, but let's do it anyway. No, you know when you see the dude who is definitely as drunk as the girl who's thrown up that he's dealing with or whatever?
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
she's slumped over, like they're waiting for their lift or whatever. He's being like, you can make it. The puddle of puke is next to her or whatever.
me
But I was walking past them, and I just wanted to be, stay strong, buddy. You'll get through this. But
You were also drunk.
No, I was actually.
Oh.
But the situation was just so tender. I felt like he, that if I gave him words of encouragement, he'd be like, how dare you interrupt this
Special moment.
Yeah, this
My
romantic
lady.
moment between us. But I just wanted to be like, hey, I've been where you're at. You'll get through it. She is a basket case for the next 10 hours, but you'll make it. But instead, I just walked by. I guess that's the story.
That's the story?
Nature is healing.
So wait.
You didn't get her number.
Wait.
Yeah.
The moral, he was that man and that woman. That's the crazy part. It was
the
him.
twist.
It was him. That was the twist.
It's a real Shutter
He was
Island
the one
kind of
puking,
ending
yeah.
that we've got here, where
Yeah, he
Aaron
was
was the
puking and
woman
he was-
and the man.
Yep.
I don't know. Like,
Pull your own hair back. It's
And-
not as endearing.
Yep. Giving him
I
a
don't know.
self-inspirational
The
speech.
fucked
You'll
up,
get through this as he was
Yeah.
puking.
The too fucked up dude puke is way more handleable then if that's a word, then the two fucked up.
Handleable.
Yeah. Then the two
Handleable.
fucked up woman puke.
I guess.
Because
I've learned
she's
that by now.
like slumped over, shoes off, fluids coming down the face. You're already like, hey, didn't you feel better? You know the old like boot and rally? You're like, yeah, I puked, and then I was able to go back out. Absolutely. Girls are just like, I puked, I shut down, and it's a problem for you. But dude brain is like, hey, maybe we can still spiral this around to where I at least get like a handy at the end of the night or something like that.
Yeah, guys are real late to abandon ship. They are the captain. They will stay aboard that Titanic for
I
as
feel
long as they
slightly
possibly
better.
can.
I'm going back out. They do not learn anything. I feel like death. Now I feel slightly better. Let's keep going.
Actually, you know his respite is he gets her home. They don't puke in the lift, so you save the $250 or whatever. You put her to bed, trash can next to the bed. Yeah, there's a bar down the street. I could actually go have one more. So,
Hey, that's why you pay the high rents in Denver, so you can walk back to the bar.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's revisit worst beer styles. So you hate pastry stouts? Are you? Yeah, it's because you're a diabetic or what? So it's
Yeah, what's the
Because,
problem?
I like drinking beer, and I will try it.
Wow, you like drinking beer? That's a profound statement. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
I can't drink pastry stouts.
beer
I
that
can't do
tastes
it.
like beer.
I can't do it.
You guys don't do a lot of stouts. You released Genius Wizard, right? And
because
then
I can drink a full one.
Yeah, we do a dark lager too,
Right.
part of our series, and that imperial stout, which is big but no adjuncts in it. Well,
cacao, right? You did
What's
the
that?
You did the cacao one, right?
yeah. So sorry. In that sense,
No, it
we're
was
not
like a
adding
Mayan
lactose.
There was a Mayan chocolate.
Mayan
right?
chocolate. We did maple syrup. What's the maple syrup one? What else was in it?
The pecan.
Pecan.
Maple
Cheese.
syrup, pecans. You know.
Pecan.
Cheese. Pecan.
It had obviously they were there. They were present. The pecan and maple, but it's not overly like filling. Doesn't taste like food. Still tastes like beer.
You're not just dumping flavor adjuncts into it. or
No,
whatever.
and I like trying them. It's not that I don't hate them. I personally hate them because I want a beer that I can drink and consume. It's
He's
more than
lactose
four-
intolerant,
It's
that's
more
why.
than 4 ounces.
It's
And if it
mostly the
stops me, if
diarrhea
it's
that's the
after,
problem.
Yeah.
if it's after
The
4 to 6 ounces, and I'm
48
good, it's
hours of
too
stomach
much,
issues.
It's too rich
No,
to fill
a
it.
lot of
I
it-
don't
a lot of
like
them.
I don't
mean,
like
the
barley wine for the same reason.
Whoa, that's where I will
Barley
draw
wine
the
is
fucking
too
line.
much
bro.
for me to drink.
Barley
Really?
wine is life.
I like.
do
the
enjoy good barley
flavor.
wine.
I do like a good barley
I
wine.
can't drink them.
Yeah, with the pastry stouts, it's a couple ounces of it is great, but then it's because the flavors are so intense because they're mostly using like syrups and whatnot, just to replicate that flavor. That they're basically nailing whatever flavor they wanted, right? Because it's very on the nose. But the thing with any kind of a flavoring syrup is that it's the fake version of that thing that you want, right?
Yeah.
So it's something like marshmallow. Marshmallow is a very mild flavor if you use it in brewing, I think, for the
Right.
most part. But if you use like an adjunct syrup, that's like just straight
I
sugar.
feel like a lot of times smoked beers too are just literally like liquid smoke thrown into the beer.
Yeah, do you
And
guys
it's-
do you guys use liquid smoke, or do you actually
No.
get smoked malts for the?
So we have
the Hellas
we have
that you
2
did, right?
beers that have smoked malt in them. One is our Hold Steady, which is year round, but it's so mild the amount of smoke. It's our Scotch Ale, in which that's pretty traditional in
Yeah, that's
Scotch
pretty
Ale.
standard for that.
But it's pretty mild, and that's a Beechwood. We like the Beechwood smoked, which is out of Bamberg, Germany, and they actually smoke the malt with Beechwood. I was going to say Beechwood Age, which is
They find
Budweiser.
wood on the beach and they smoke
Yeah.
the shit out of it.
But they do smoke oak as well.
Find
but
your beach.
that's
Could
keeping
be a
it really
rooftop.
strong.
Yeah. Mostly shipwreckage.
We've done a smoked Hellas, and it's also with the
We
Beechwood
exclusively
smoked
use pirate
Sherman.
ships. We exclusively
Beechwood's
use
also
Caribbean
like-
pirate ships.
Beechwood's like a lighter flavor.
You can go 100%. There
Some-
are
somebody would do like a hickory beer, like
Yeah.
a hick. Oh god, I'd hate it so
A
much.
hick beer. Yeah, you don't like them.
Hick,
Nah.
yeah,
A
hick beer,
beers.
hick beers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to my least favorite beer style, which is probably what I said a year and a half ago when
Maybe,
we
yeah.
did this, and it's amber ales
Oh
in general. Yay.
Arch nemesis of the show.
Which, by the
That's
way,
one of the reasons I hate Yingling is just because it's fun to be like, they fucking
I
suck.
will
You can
say
dunk
I-
on them.
so
Fresh
the
fat tire yesterday.
And it was
That's
fine.
barely
I
amber.
did
And it
have
was
But
fine.
it was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
that's
for
how it was
time.
good.
Fine, it's fine.
It's a style you can drink a few of, and it's not like the best, but like
No, but it
The
was
problem is
good
it's
enough.
exactly that. It's like I either tend to like much drier, crisper, sessionable beers, or if you're going to go all the way, go barley wine and a sipper. I love it. I love both sides of it. And frankly, before this, I was at AC Golden, which made a Colorado native, which, to be fair, is more like a pale ale, really, but it's kind of an amber pale
don't
ale.
they have like a bunch of different ones now?
Now they
Colorado
do.
Native?
Now they do.
The main one.
The
is
original
like
was the amber lager. And then I made my flagship at Wynkoop was Rail Yard, which is a straight kind of amber ale. Now I grew to appreciate it,
Also
but
the nickname of Aaron's mother.
yes, Rail Yard.
I see where he gets all the nicknames.
That
from.
dog.
Yeah,
terrible.
You should hear what I call my old lady.
But yeah, it's kind of that
Okay,
slightly
let's-
sweet, not dry enough, but not sweet enough. I don't know. It's just
just-
my
it's-
it's a middling
It's
style.
It's the
Why'd
most
you do it?
mediocre of
Yeah.
styles. It's, you
It's
can
like
say-
one that everyone tries to because you can't screw it up too bad, but it's just never great.
Yeah, I mean, if I want more bitterness or I want a little
Yeah.
bit more sessionable, like I want something that's a little more crisp or more bitter, right? Like, or yeah, this middle ground. I understand that it served its purpose 50 fucking years ago.
Yep, in the
Yeah, less than
90s, it
that.
had its
Yeah, I know.
purpose.
I will say,
50 years ago.
I don't know, maybe once, maybe twice every couple months, I will get a request for an amber ale. It's always
Some guy
they're
named,
embarrassed to ask.
yeah, some guy named
They're
fucking Ted.
Embarrassed to ask me, like,
Who's
do
got
you
his
guys have an
t-shirt?
amber ale by chance? So they want to put it on their menu for whatever reason, but it's never like a good thing. No one wants to talk about it.
No,
But
I mean, the demo SKU is basically 50 plus
Yeah.
t-shirt tuckers,
Yeah.
high sock wears, New Balancers.
I work at a brewery in the burbs, and it's
With
one of their
grass
highest
stains.
sellers. People love people outside of the
By the
city
way, if you guys
love
need to go to the
amber ales.
bathroom at any time, feel free.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, amber is a nice word, right?
It's the color of your
Oh, amber,
energy.
yeah. Oh, no, and there you went.
Amber.
Hey.
It's like actually
God damn
the
it.
style.
God damn it.
311 and the style of beer robbed us from the use of the word amber.
Yeah. I was going to say it starts Jurassic Park, but Klug fucking blows that out of the water.
That's actually honestly
Seriously,
where I
yeah.
go. Is the amber rock from the Jurassic Park. And then I
It's ancient,
laugh
is what
because,
you're
this-
saying.
it's been stolen.
ancient
It's
style.
been ruined by New Belgium
Yeah.
and 311.
And my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her name was, well, we know.
Damn it, yeah.
Me and Steve are actually starting a barbecue grill group called the Mosquitoes.
Ah,
Are we? Because I don't know.
where do I sign up, actually?
Can I unsubscribe?
Do you allow electric
I'm not even
pelletizers?
subscribed.
Yeah,
Is there-
but can I
is there a
pre-unsubscribe?
tier
You can
below
double unsubscribe,
not wanting
which
to
makes
know
you
it? Yeah.
subscribe.
Is this wood-fired only, like no electricity?
All
Yeah, I
right.
gotta know.
Well, now that Corey's gone, what do we think of him?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
talk a
get
bunch
to
of
the
shit
real
about
talk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank God.
I'm surprised.
He does a laugh where he goes. That's
That's a really good impression,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just surprised he's
And I
not
wonder if
like
that's for the
kicking
show.
around a soccer ball under the table just to keep his calf work up or something.
It's a
Oh,
slack
he's talking
line.
about
It's a slack
rugby.
line
Rugby
he's
ball.
got. Yeah. He's got a slack line up top.
Just gonna fill the
I
sound.
honestly, nobody listening can tell that he's not here because you're so good at doing that loud.
Except for the camera. But yeah, don't worry
Just
about
gonna
that.
fill the laughs on the microphone.
He's the only thing whiter than this table.
So anyways, I says
Yeah,
the guy,
yeah.
Exactly.
I says,
If Hacky Sack was a person, everybody.
And he's back.
Welcome back, the host, everybody.
Oh, and
Corey
there he
David.
is. All right. Wait, I gotta go, too.
oh, shit.
Come on, everybody. Ride the train.
Oh,
That
boy.
P train. It's like yawning. We can't necessarily get into.
We can't talk shit. Yeah, we gotta.
yeah,
wait
we
for
can't
Jason
talk
to
shit
come
yet.
back.
All right, let's
Jason's
see-
gonna go piss in the bright tank real quick. I think.
the secret ingredient.
That's
Yeah.
the domestic tank.
Yeah, that's the domestic part.
That's a fresh batch right here.
That's our next amber beer, actually.
I will say,
Equal
I
parts
I
Merlot.
actually like Boston Lager quite a bit too.
Fuck you.
Big Boston Lager
you.
guy.
What do you mean
Yeah.
you're a big? Are you from these guys?
Actually, nope. I'm born and raised in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain Lobos. No, but
So would you be? Are you more of a New Belgium or Odell guy?
Oh, that's a tough question.
That's why we ask him. This is a hard-hitting show.
I wanted to
We
talk
don't really
about
talk
Boston
that much
Lager
about beer,
and Red Robin.
Yeah,
but
we will. We can. We'll get there.
I will say this is sorry, Odell. New Belgium. I have strong ties to New Belgium. Yeah, no, I did. Right? Well, my dad made me, but my dad was.
It's pretty amazing what you can do with the bottle, you know?
Yeah, my dad was.
That's how we earned the nickname Fat Tire.
Yeah, that's how you got the nickname Fat Tire.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, you'd be amazed.
You know, call me Fat Tire.
You'd be amazed where you can shove that bottle.
You know, ironically, I lost my virginity in New Belgium too, and they call me 1554.
You think a vampire or some shit?
It was a 3-way with a 15-year-old and a 54-year-old.
The size of that load they call accumulation.
God.
So you're more of a New Belgium guy.
I'm more of a New Belgium guy, yeah.
That town is so strange, man, because I used to work for Sierra, and when you go to visit Chico, every bar in town has like 10 Sierra Nevada taps on because they self-distribute there.
Yep.
And a keg of Sierra Nevada there costs as much as Bud.
Yeah.
It costs as much as
Same
Bud
with
Light,
Fort
basically,
Collins.
right? So it's got to be so hard. I mean, how do you navigate that? Like up in Fort Collins?
We don't, good. That's a good.
We
we're
don't?
talking about sales distribution. No,
We don't?
New Belgium and Odell is similar in situation where they do self-distribute in Fort Collins. I have no idea what their keg pricing is.
Oh, it's got to be low.
I would
Old Aggies
guarantee you
probably
it's
dirt
lower
cheap.
because if you go to a college bar there, you can pretty much regularly get New Belgium or Odell products
They
for
all have Old Aggies.
premium
They all have
pricing.
Old Aggies.
Well,
especially during like games or happy hour, like $2 New Belgium,
Those are
$2
80.
Odell.
I'm telling you right now, those are like $80, $90 things.
Yeah,
You gotta have
just
a pretty
because
good
of like.
idea. I'll say
I'm in
it.
sales.
You don't have to say
I
it.
don't have
I'll
to say it, but yeah,
I'll
no,
say
they're
it.
definitely cheaper, and it's a tough town to distribute to. We have specifically chosen not to go that direction as far as distribution goes at this time, and it's not because we're afraid of those massive billion-dollar, million-dollar corporations.
Coward.
No, it is like it's a tough place to distribute, and rightfully so. You know, those guys who coined the craft beer market in Belgium.
Well, there's
helped
basically
coin craft beer in general.
there's only a couple places that you didn't have enough tap handles where that's not even an issue, right? There's like Mayor of Old Town, and then there's Tap and Handle.
There's Tap and Handle,
Yeah,
Mayor of Old Town, Mayor of Old Town, the Forge, the Main Line. There are some
but it's
spots.
not even worth driving up there for
we
like.
actually do have one Tap Handle in Fort Collins where they come down here and pick up kegs.
It's
but-
your
or
mom's
a
it's your
couple.
parents' kegerator.
Yeah, okay. It's a bootleg situation.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of ratio beer though. Mom throws Ragers.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
This is kind of a side note, but there was a bar in Fort Collins that was like, the whole business plan of selling their alcohol, whatever it is, it's all listed on a TV, but it was all stock exchange.
Oh,
So
yeah, I've seen
whatever
that
wasn't
before.
selling the exchange.
no one bought the. You would,
Yeah, exactly. That was
Based on how much of the keg was
cheapest
left.
beer on tap.
yeah,
It's
and it
not
would all
called
just
the Purple
fluctuate
Pig.
because it's like
Purple Pig, I
whatever
think.
wasn't selling would be the cheapest.
It's gone now.
Oh, absolutely. It was gone
It
in
was not a
like
good spot.
less than like 8 months. Honestly, this is where gimmick overtakes like what you're actually trying to do.
Yeah, yeah,
Instead
right.
of being like, hey, let's build up a customer base, let's get a bar that people actually want to come to, they go, what if it was like a stock exchange where what we're ringing into the computers calculates on a big board like the stock exchange.
Yeah.
So when
Everybody's
gin and-
ordering Jaeger.
Yeah.
The price of Jaeger goes
Exactly.
up.
So it's $6 instead of $4 or whatever.
So
but
what everyone
if
likes
it goes
is
down
harder to
or
buy.
whatever. But
yeah, so
but
Malort's like $1.30 all the time.
This
for a
old
shot.
Aggie costs $50.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yes.
but like it's a
Let's
college.
go to Road 36. 34.
like,
Road
it's-
34.
that's a good spot too. I like that place a lot.
It's a young college drinking town, and after 2 beers, do you really care that you're paying 60 cents more or 60 cents less versus whatever? It's not like you're like calculating, like what's actually trending right now, unless you're a douchebag first year math student hoping to become a broker of some sort.
Yeah.
Who fucking hurt you, dude?
Yeah. A mathematician hurt him.
I'm going to say some shit for a second.
Here, Mad Dog.
It was a first-year math student, broker, hopeful. I forget how I said it, but
What did they do to you?
Yeah.
no, it was
Broke
just,
his heart.
Just like
What's his name?
And my Lobo brothers over here.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
you know when something shows up in Fort Collins and you're like, this isn't gonna work.
No, yeah.
That fucking happens.
No,
like,
I was down at East Coast, $2 highlights.
Exactly. You like
It sounds like that bar broke up with
Dark
you after
place.
meeting their parents.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's 86 from that bar. That's what
no,
he's
actually, I did get in a fight with a girlfiend there. One of the two
That's
times.
supposed to change.
see, here's the key.
I watched my
Keep asking
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
kiss my
keep
beer,
going deeper.
And I
And then what?
interviewed.
Why?
But
Why?
it is another one of those spots that you're like, this just isn't going to work. Like, you have to be gimmicky to get in that spot, but, like, you're never going to make it unless you just are, like, the Rio or, like, something that's, like,
Lucky
can't
Joe's.
fail or whatever. Absolutely.
Lucky
absolutely.
Joe's
Dude,
allegedly
honestly,
pours the best Guinness pint in Colorado.
Oh, fuck that.
What does that mean?
That means that they have a bartender there, an owner who is
Does that
been
just mean they're
recorded
slow
by
at
Guinness
pouring?
as pouring I don't
He's
know.
real slow. That must be the best.
Best pour I've ever had. Took
But they
6 hours.
They pour a lot of Guinness and they pour a good pint. I've been there.
I mean,
Drink a
that's
lot of
usually
Guinness.
how that.
They do that little
That
heart.
is usually how that
the
contest
Irish-
goes.
or
It's
the-
like they give the award to whoever pours the most.
They
there's
judge
like-
you. It's weird.
I know they judge you.
Clover
They have, like,
in
their
the
own, like,
foam?
sister-owned, like, crew of Guinness folk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
Let's make this more pretentious, right? Let's figure out a way to turn this into a country club.
Oh, speaking of that, we were talking about slow pouring, like Pilsners and
Chicharrones?
all that for the foam. I just watched this German video where they're like, they crush your beer there. They're not waiting
yeah,
8
they
minutes
do.
for a fucking pour in Germany, right?
Yeah.
They want to pound some beers.
Yeah, they want a
But
longer,
they
quick.
want that nice, awesome foam. Dude, I got to show this video to you
I
guys.
also
let
watched.
it
They
I also
throw
just
it-
watched a
yeah,
German
you
video
just
that's
watch-
banned in most
Oh,
countries.
yeah.
Yes.
pretty dark on the back end
dark
also.
web shit.
2 girls, 1 schnitzel.
This tap's a squirter.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Keep going. Keep
Oh,
going.
yeah. Mine's boring compared to this.
Damn it! I wasn't.
They
gonna
had
talk
3
about
different
porn.
taps. They had
German
3 different
porn.
taps, and one was like literally just foam all out of a thing. The first pour was just foam, and the guy was filling them as fast as he can. The next one was like less, and the final is just topping it off, and you get this perfect pour. And it was like they were filling like 15 half-liter pints every, 20 seconds. It was like one a second. And meanwhile, we're here, this guy in Fort Collins. Hey, the perfect Guinness pour. Like 8 minutes later. You think in Ireland they're waiting 8 minutes for a fucking Guinness pour? No! Give me that Guinness. By the way, it's not warm there either. They want their beer cold.
Yeah.
I've been over there and we were like, oh, I thought Guinness was served warm
I've
here. They're
been
like,
there.
what kind
Oh,
of
these
idiot are you?
You
They're
should
like,
be able to call
you just
ahead.
pour cold
Okay, but remember,
Guinness.
these are
For sure.
Still nitro.
This is Guinness judging, not Ireland judging. So I'm sure Guinness has a way of looking
Guinness
at
is
it.
from
Too.
Ireland.
Yeah,
So what are
no.
you saying? The
I'm
Guinness
just saying,
Americans?
So Guinness
I'm
is
saying they
is
had a
company
Blondale
can-
Out of
so
Dublin.
They
can
didn't
go
put
to
out a
a
Blondale.
Dublin pub and rate the way that they pour beer out of
And
that
they don't
pub.
do an 8-minute pour.
No,
That's
of course
all
not. That's
marketing hype.
It's not even correct. They have
Exactly.
in the bottle. It's less. It's more like 2 minutes. Come
You know
on
how they
now.
do the clover on top sometimes when you pour Guinness and on the top
Yeah,
you do the foam,
yeah.
they do the clover? I wish there's an account that I follow on Instagram called Dick Latte where they make fun
Just
it's just dicks on top of like cappuccinos and lattes and stuff. And, like if we had a bar that did that, I would support that.
It's going to be the new, the old Streets of London. Streets is now
they're
called
open.
Tight End,
Yeah,
and
they're
it's going to
open.
be, they're
They're
going to
open
open, and they
already.
better do that.
I've heard that's going to be a specialty at the new Ratio location on South Broadway.
Dude, I hope we pour a lot of beer there.
Hope we pour a lot of dicks. I hope we
Working on it.
I hope we craft a lot
Yeah.
of dicks in there.
Yes.
Well, since we didn't come up with a proper nickname for Jason, I would say Dick Latte is pretty sweet.
Why do you hate Guinness so much?
I love Guinness.
Dick Latte, lazy.
I'm kind of offended that there's like a pour that's better than another.
I like Dick
That's
Latte
what I
and Lazy
heard. I
Kolsch.
wasn't there.
If we walk away with here from nothing,
we got 2 nicknames.
from here with nothing, with from
I will
who
say,
from.
though, I've had some Guinness that's been poured.
Oh yeah, you can pour it shitty.
I do appreciate the actual Guinness, like pint. I don't know.
No, Guinness is good from time to time. I haven't had one in a minute. You were raving about Boston Lager, which is
I
stupid.
only drink
It's a fool's
Boston
errand.
Lager at
Stop
Red
doing
Robin.
that. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, why are you doing that?
I'm a fan.
At Red
I'm
Robin.
a fan of it.
The man who is afraid of like making Romanian refugees upset is
Yeah,
also
he
like
is.
now
I'm fucking drinking.
willing to appropriate New England culture.
I'm a white guy making. I don't even know. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, you went Scottish.
No,
You went
Hunter,
Scottish.
I don't know why I can't say
Don't
Boston
give up
Lager.
on it.
It's just like
Boston
it's just
Lager.
fun.
Yeah,
Evan
that's,
Way
yeah.
Park.
Some people say they're like, well, I don't understand why we can't say it. I know, like I get it. Like,
Yo, no, I know.
It's just mocking an accent.
I know
didn't
a
say
comic.
anything like,
I know a comic from
offensive.
Boston. There's a comic from Boston who was paid by her job. She just telemarketing.
You know, it's our
type
job to
stuff.
give you shit, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, I love it. I love it. But you're in my head a little bit too. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucked up.
This lady I know was paid to go to
Can I
speech
not say
therapy
lager?
to get rid of her Boston accent. And
Hard R.
Her
Oh, it's Red
fucking
Robin.
income annually went up $33,000 a year by not having a Boston accent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are Larry Bird numbers.
I gotta start training.
He's,
I love that.
and then he laughs to himself.
No. I'm laughing about what Hunter said because he's like, I always drink Boston Lager at the Red Robin.
Red Robin. That's
like
it.
Red
Robin.
Robin
You know,
is
the
exclusive to
classic
Boston.
So yeah, my wife and I are both.
When you
in
think of
beer-
Boston, you
beer
think of
sales.
Red Robin.
Absolutely.
We go to a lot
I
of
get
places
the-
where we're found, or we see somebody, and sometimes you just want to go someplace where no one will know your name.
But then you go to Red Robin, and it's a corporate account you've been
Red
trying
Robin,
for months.
and
and
I'm
it's
actually
like,
not even to say which Red Robin we go to. There's like 17 in the state, so good luck. If you
Absolutely.
really want to find my wife and I.
You don't
Westminster.
Red Robin.
You don't want to blow up that quiet oasis that
No,
only
you're
you know
not.
about.
No, it's pretty great. It's pretty
Date
great.
night.
we're actually
Onion-
going there
Onion
right
Ring
after
Tower,
the show.
Yeah.
Red Robin gourmet cheeseburger.
They do this cool
Boston
thing
Lager.
on your birthday. They come out with a completely original song.
It
You've
is
never heard it
awesome.
anywhere else before.
They
have their own
love
birthday
that you're
song.
bringing this up.
Backstreet's back. All right.
Last time my wife and I were at Red Robin, the song came out
Last night.
and my wife is talking to me during the song. Like
Last night?
Last night during the song, and it was I don't know, a kid that was maybe 10ish. I don't know how old kids are anymore, but it was around the age of 10 in my eyes. And the family was so stoked, but then I looked around, and so was everyone else. Like, everyone else was also so happy to hear this song.
You
Do you
only
also
get
work
birthday
for Red
there?
Robin?
No.
Is that what you're trying to
I
get?
mean, I hope
It
that
brings
they're
joy
here.
to
Yeah, I
this
think they're-
world.
I think
Your
they're struggling.
family.
I think they're struggling.
When you go to Red Robin, your
It's
family.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, that's all.
But
Oh.
Wow, I'm glad you know
Whoops.
you're. I know you.
Same
like
difference.
Red Robin's got pizza on the menu. I don't know. But they
Yeah,
still
you've changed.
got
Red
onion,
Robin.
onion ring tower is all you need to know if you like onion. Red
I think
Robin.
that's
Hi,
Outback.
I'm Hunter. I sell exclusive Denver craft beer, but I eat at Applebee's, Red
Red Robin,
Robin,
Outback.
Olive Garden, Outback.
Yeah.
He's the Preston Tompkins of beer.
Lone Star.
Way to have standards, bro. Yeah. I'm
I
glad.
don't know, but I can hide at Red Robin, which is the moral of this story.
Do you guys accept Disney dollars? Because I got a fuck ton of them.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You want to do some bad reviews?
Yeah, let's talk some shit.
All right, cool. So this is bad reviews. It's a la
Please
Jimmy
tell me-
Kimmel's mean tweets, and
Club music. Come on.
I hope these
Club
are all
music
bad
one.
reviews of Hunter specifically.
yeah, it's mostly we actually found reviews from other businesses that complain about their ratio sales rep. It's mostly
It's actually just Hunter's bad reviews of places. Why don't you guys have steak fries here? And they're not bottomless.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
these onion rings are cold.
This is the Cajun seasoning.
This onion is barely blooming.
he offered me some kind of carrot beer and keeps trying to get me to franchise a Red Robin.
Yes.
I told them a million
My burger
times.
chain did fail.
Yes,
The whole
we
Red
have a
Robin
birthday
burger is
here.
mine. Do we have a birthday here?
Yes, we have a birthday here.
Birthday here.
Birthday here. Oh, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy day. Hey!
Yeah! Jesus Christ.
Hey, all right, there we go.
Right there.
Can I grab a Domestica, please? Thank you.
All right, let's get into some bad reviews. This first review is it's a special one, and it's something that doesn't come up very often on the podcast, which is why I'm so excited. And this is not a review. This is not a review about Ratio, so I'm sorry to waste your guys' time.
What the fuck?
This is a review from a recent show from somebody named Nathan LaRue.
Wait a minute, it's from one of our shows?
Yes.
Is it the one that's my fault?
Says 1 star. Went with a large group, asked to go outside because a quote-unquote comic didn't like that we were talking and laughing with each other and not him.
Yeah.
Will not return. Brewery lost a large amount of money.
Large amount.
Will not return.
Large amount.
Large.
One star.
A boatload of money.
Yes.
A boatload.
Can we speculate on that large amount of money?
Yes. Yes, we can.
What do you think it was?
I mean, all right. So let's paint the picture.
$15.
Let's $15.
Yeah.
Let's paint the picture a little bit. Hold
had
on.
a
Hold
show.
on. I want to do it. I hosted the
I
show.
also can pay.
The review's about me.
Yeah.
Like, let me.
Yes.
The review is
Quote
literally about
unquote
me.
comic. Quote unquote comic.
Which is mostly how it goes. Yeah, I feel like you would want to bash me more for that. Come on. All right, so paint the little picture. We had a show going on at one of the breweries that we work with, and then a table of 10 to 12 came in like about 15 minutes before showtime, and they were there to have a good time. They were there to have beers. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I approached the table before the show started. Thank you very much. Approached the show before the table started and said, "Hey guys, any way you'd be willing to move outside? We got a comedy show going on. I know you're here to have a good time. I don't want you to not have a good time. I want you to stay here and like have beers and have a good time, have fun, whatever." And they're like, "No, we'll be quiet." And I was like, "I don't believe you. I literally do not believe you."
Yeah.
And then I just said, "Okay, well, just so you know, like myself and all of the other comics are going to tell you to shut up for the entire show." Because you're going to be interrupting everybody else, is essentially what happened. So they probably lost 10, 12 people, probably
$60 to $70 in beer.
But based on the crowd, Highlands kind of crowd, so $60, $70 a beer.
I live in the Highlands.
$67 a beer, 0 tips. That's what I would probably guess. Yeah.
They were rude to begin with. They were told before the show started, and then before the announcement even that the show was about to start, they were told that they would be quiet. I saw the server ask them if they were going to be quiet, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no problem." It was clear that they were like too good for their own britches.
And I just said, I gave them an alternative. I was like,
Yeah.
"Can you guys just sit outside?" Like that was really it. And I said it's super.
I mean,
nice.
there wasn't an
would be
outside to
cool.
the bar, but that was his alternative.
Yeah, the
No,
outside was
there
me
was an
in the
outside,
alley. Yeah.
for sure. And they just were. They
No,
went, and
Jason
it
was
wasn't
trying to
even
make
that
a
cold.
joke. It bombed. Essentially,
We're used to it. It happens to all of us. Mad Dog, huh? Okay. I mean, they had the opportunity to like say no to like sitting inside a comedy show, and they were told to be quiet multiple times, and didn't. And so it's unfortunately the brewery got a negative review for our show.
Yeah.
But we're not we're not about to let people review our show.
The Highlands can we guess the brewery? Because there's only like 2 there.
This is a good segment.
Yes.
Can we
Guess the brewery.
You only get two.
I thought
You
this
only
was
get 2
here.
guesses.
Do I get 2 guesses?
Two
No,
guesses.
no,
2
no.
guesses. Wait, can we distinguish? Is it Highland or West Highland?
All right,
Can
so I'm
we
going to
give
give
me
you.
that?
Hold on, I'm going to give you 3 areas.
Berkeley.
I'm going to
Or
give you 3
Berkeley?
areas
Like,
to work with.
it better be designated
Sunnyside?
Denver neighborhood.
I'm going to give you
Okay.
3 areas to work with.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you Highlands.
Don't
I'm going to
screw
give
me
you.
up.
I'm going to give you Jeff Park, and I'm going to give you Berkeley.
Ooh, Jeff Park threw me off there. We just added another brewery. And Berkeley's thrown in there. Berkeley throws a lot. There's like 4
I
breweries.
know
in
there's
Berkeley.
there's a lot happening.
My guess is that Jason nails it on the first fucking go.
Oh, if we're going with Jeff Park, are you winking me?
Do not.
No, just
Yeah.
the look in your eye. You're like, I fucking.
God damn it. You threw me off with those.
They were asked to go outside.
And there was there's an
they were
outside
offered
to this
outside.
brewery.
They said no. We suggested outside. Both the comedy show and the brewery suggested outside, and they said no.
So it's not Jeff Park because that does not have an outside. That is that great saison.
What,
Little
toy
bit
machine?
brew pub.
Little machine?
Not a little machine.
Not Little Machine's too small to have
by right north
a
of.
show to go outside.
There's a
So okay, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, make this fast, you guys. This is a
Yeah,
fucking
sorry.
show.
Yeah.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
going to Jesus Christ.
If you
Where are
wanna
these
ask me-
bad reviews?
If you want to ask me questions
wait,
to whittle it
Highland,
down,
One more clue.
why don't you ask
What
me questions?
season?
Jeff? What season?
Well,
Well,
what
then
season?
that's where you can go
This
outside.
was a week. This was a week
was a
ago.
week ago.
Okay, the only it's
less than a week ago. Less than a week ago.
it's
Go
I'm gonna guess
outside.
Zuni Street Brewing in Highland.
That's a good guess because we did used to run comedy there, and we're maybe going to talk to them again because they've had some changes in management / ownership. However,
Basically, everybody's gone.
We only get one guess.
however, that is incorrect. Aaron,
Incorrect.
you're also wrong by guessing that.
Well, I
Well,
think
you made us guess 3
he bowed
neighborhoods.
out 'cause
That's
I
a
think
lot
he
of
knows.
neighborhoods.
Yeah, I know.
He said Highland, and then he
All right.
said Jeff Park, Berkeley.
And it was one of those 3 neighborhoods.
All right, so fine. Let's narrow it down
Wait,
even
can
more.
we go-
Hold on,
Would you mind
you're done.
going
You know what, we're gonna nail it. We're gonna narrow it down even more.
He-
We're gonna
he
go Highland, Berkeley.
Would you mind going outside?
Not West Highland.
That's
North
the tough
North
one.
side. It's all north side.
Berkeley. It's got to be Berkeley. There's Lightco. There's
Yeah.
Call to Arms. But who has
Well,
outdoor
I'm just
patios?
started. It's not called
I
arms.
bet Jason gets
All
it
right.
on his second guess, so don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Literally all of the breweries
Nope.
up there.
If you
have
guys actually paid
patios.
attention to rotating tap once, you would probably fucking know the answer to this question.
Yeah, our inability to answer is a sick
go
burn.
Oh man,
I don't know how much longer I want them to go with this.
I'm gonna go with Oasis.
That's what I was
Also
reading.
another rotating tap.
Also
venue.
rotating tap venue, but not.
So
Incorrect.
we've
this
at
one.
least guessed the right.
All right, so we're not.
Okay,
It's gonna
yeah,
be a
we
big
won't
mystery.
call. Yeah.
It's going to be a big mystery.
'Cause I don't want to
However,
give it away.
We'll
so,
go.
so what comments did you want to make about this?
The
Because it
comments
was,
I want to make were it was bullshit. They sucked. They were garbage people. Somebody has suggested that I write a 5-star review responding to them, which I might do. But before I've done that, I decided to look up the other reviews that Nathan LaRue has added
Ooh,
in general,
yes.
right? So we gave the show a 1-star review.
Wait, it was Nate?
Nathan LaRue.
Nate Dogg.
Shit, Nate.
no way. I was gonna say if you could get that piece of shit on the phone right now, that would be so dope.
Archer's like, best man at my wedding.
Kind of. I mean, now we know.
He
the-
was,
Country
no, he
makes
was,
more sense.
I'm
he
at
was
least
trying to
gonna go
score
ahead
with. He was trying to
I'm
score
gonna
with
go ahead
women
and
out of
check
his
it.
league for sure.
Oh yeah. So this table was just like it was.
He's-
I wish they could transfer this bad review to me because I'm just as a comic. I'm like, yeah, I want nothing but.
You
bad
mean
reviews.
quote unquote?
As a quote
There's
unquote.
no other
comic.
Highlands brewery. I'm trying to really think about this.
Yeah, I know. We get it.
Hogshead?
right,
Not Highlands.
Nathan LaRue has also reviewed Hidden
Focus.
Valley
Be present.
Creek.
Be
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
He's reviewed Hidden Valley Creek, 2 stars.
Isn't that a ranch
It's
dressing company?
temperamental, floods and dries out. Do not recommend. My favorite review by Nathan LaRue, who gave you 1 star, also gave a Dairy Queen in Florence, Oregon, 2 stars.
A Dairy Queen in Oregon?
20 minutes wait drive through, only 5 cars ahead of me. He spelled wait Weight.
Yes.
Which, based
That
on
is
what I
heavy.
remember about him, he's been adding a lot of on since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Same,
So, you
So
know,
Jason can also take his clothes.
that Dairy Queen doing pretty good at 2 stars up
Yeah,
there
man.
in Oregon.
Well, fuck that guy and fuck his bad review.
yeah, what a little.
We gave them an out. I wish they could transfer the bad
No,
review.
they
to
knew
me,
they
can't.
knew that they weren't wanted there. And
Oh, have you guys? I'm sure you have. Have you guys gotten bad reviews for the comedy nights you've done here?
Oh, for comedy nights. Yeah, it's been a minute, but yeah,
Obviously, yeah. It's
not
been-
very
I've
often.
seen some exits before.
Yeah.
Some exits.
Like sometimes- I mean,
people
and
stayed
how do
up
you-
and leave
and how
because
do you-
they were not ready for what was
Yeah,
How do you-
unfolded for them.
if
Yeah,
the
how do you-
material's a little intense.
How do you feel about it? Because I mean, like, it's like music, right? That would be like somebody showing up and giving you a bad review because they didn't care for the band.
We,
right?
I would say it's probably where we allow the broadest edge of people pushing the edge. That's what we think comedy is, anyways. You're pushing on edges to find the interesting things of life to talk about. So we tend, if we're going to take any risks, we allow people to take that risk there. That you assume you're coming to an adult comedy. People are trying their attempts. Of course, we're not going to have extremists. I don't know. We haven't read much issue, but we haven't had to censor anything.
But you've also got like really good people booking it that aren't gonna put people like that on there.
Good
but,
point.
It doesn't even matter sometimes. Like you can have a very docile comic, and people are just.
But we've had some,
by,
people pushing some envelopes of what they're talking about quite a bit. But I have to say, we were probably nervous, the first couple years on, and then the good news is, in general, people are going to come back here to watch comedy. They know they're kind of living on that edge, and that's not even a direct reflection of Ratio. If someone throws out a bad idea, that joke doesn't work. So I don't think we've actually had an issue. Maybe early on we were nervous about it a little, but
so I mean, when it comes to reviews, do you guys not really give a shit? I mean, because you guys resoundingly have great reviews. That's one of the reasons we comically do this segment.
So reviews, it's funny. It's a double-edged sword. We absolutely give a shit if we think there's a nugget of truth to it. We'll absolutely respond. Yeah. Well, not even to the comedy, but if there's an issue, we'll respond with best case that we think legitimately they have an issue. But as your Nathan LaRue pointed out, 80% of the time it's someone, for whatever reason, it's their own issue.
Yeah.
And if it's something we can't fix, the nice news is, you move on.
Yeah.
You give your best effort of like, I'm sorry you had a bad time, but if it's something we're not going to change about ourselves, hey, the music was too loud. If it wasn't too loud and they didn't like it, that's fine. Then move on. Totally. And we've gotten over that a lot. You get thick skin pretty quickly.
I have a good friend that makes fantastic pizza. And he made a pizza. Served to the customer.
He works at Pizza Hut, another one of Hunter's go-to spots.
One of my favorites.
He's a little man. His name's Mr. Caesar.
His name's John.
He makes
Papa
fantastic
John.
pizza.
His name's Dominic Enos. We call him Domino's.
Aaron, you're off the show.
All right. His brother
again. That's twice. And he's back on.
Pizza. It was his pizza is slightly burnt. That's how he makes it the way that it's wood-fired oven. Made, and it was returned as being too burnt. Shame on him. He remade it, came back out a very similar way, returned, and he went out and then told her never to come back. It was like, this is how the pizza is made here.
Yeah.
So you're just no longer our customer.
Yeah, we don't care if we lose
just
you.
want you to be. You'll
don't
come
really get
here
our
and
thing.
be unhappy.
Yeah.
So just move on. Like go somewhere else and get pizza.
I used to work at a restaurant that had a big issue of people being like, it was a barbecue restaurant, and people would eat 3/4 of the meal and return it, and saying like, this is fucked up. And it's like, then why'd you eat so much of it? Like, if it was that bad, how did you get through 3/4 of the meal?
And there's also you can only.
I whipped myself once, and I was like, then I was like 10 more times. I was like, this fucking hurts.
You can only cave to the customer so much before you're just like, no, well, that's not us anymore. We make this a certain way because it gives us an identity.
Yeah, you leave an opportunity of if you can improve, and then if it's beyond that and you can't do anything about it, you have to move on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, so I've got an Untapped review, which actually isn't a bad review.
Is it about Aaron?
I just thought it was a fun response, especially because it's about King of Carrot Flowers, which is out right now.
Yep.
Amazing beer. Come down here and get some. If you haven't had it yet, it's super good. This one's from Tim B. It's a 5-star review.
Whoa.
5-star review.
Tim.
Tim B.
Oh, I love Tim B.
Oh, this might not be a good look for him then. So this is carrots impact the color. Orange. Ooh. Daughter would wear the smell as perfume.
God damn it, Tim.
What the fuck,
Tim?
Weird.
What the fuck, man?
Thanks, Rachel.
Who says that?
Daughter would wear... Wait. May I please see Tim's photo?
Yeah,
it's
mostly
it's him
sniffing. It's
him
him
sniffing
sniffing his daughter's hair.
Tim's daughter's photo. That would have been weird.
I'm pretty sure his profile picture is him just
I'm curious how
smelling
with his hand on his daughter's lower back.
Smells like my daughter.
Hey, he put it on the internet. This
I
is
like though it's 5 stars. I mean, we'll give him
It
that.
was 5 stars, so his
He
daughter must be pretty
appreciates
hot.
his daughter.
Let's give it Tim. Oh no,
Tim B.
I was gonna say let's give him the
Oh,
benefit of
no,
the doubt
Tim.
that he's like a comic Untapped writer. No,
There's not that many comic
We are
Untapped
wearing
writers.
carrots and elderflowers perfume.
Funny joke.
Tim's. Yeah.
I was at work yesterday at a brewery, and a customer came in, a guest, with an Untapped hat. And I was like,
Wow.
I don't know whether to
Yours,
not
mine?
pay attention
All right.
to you at all or give you all the attention in the world.
Halvesies.
It's not going to be anything in between because of your hat. I know what you're doing.
That is odd. They have
It's
merch
bold.
now?
It's so they have merch. It's so bold to say, like, to go into a brewery wearing something that says Untapped is like,
It's a little weird.
Because there's no validity to it whatsoever.
It's
Like
a-
anybody
it's a
can
little-
get, and no, anybody can do it. Anybody can get on
I
Untapped.
don't
Literally
know if
anybody
it's,
can do it.
it's like going to a show wearing the band's T-shirt.
but it's
That's
not.
beyond.
It would be going.
It's beyond.
But wearing
It's
a
beyond
T-shirt
that.
doesn't mean you're giving your
It would be
opinion.
going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
a, it'd be
yeah,
going to a
that's right,
Ramones
exactly,
concert
yeah.
wearing a shirt that says punk rock. Right?
Unlike myself, who's a chicharrone, and people respect what I know about beer.
Yeah.
People know that a chicharone,
Fried chicken
level
skin.
3,
Fried pork
I
skin.
judge your shit.
people care what I have to say. I walk in and introduce myself.
Uh-oh, Aaron's back on the show. Watch out.
No, you take.
I bet
Gordon's
he's been
mic.
kicked out twice, but he's back.
Red Bull level 3, Chocharone. I had it fired up.
It wouldn't have
God
been better.
damn it,
if
it
you
would have
used
been better
my
than that
mic.
mic.
It would not
It
have
would
been
have been
better.
better.
than this
What
mic.
the pristine silver old timey radio mic versus this
I like
Radio
Chicharone.
Shack?
I have
That's
another review I'd like to read.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
everybody.
any ideas about potentially packaging King Cara flowers into children's perfume? Any is
Dude,
that
with a 5-star review like that, like, how can we not?
are there any ideas for merch?
I mean, you know what's funny? If he had given it 2 or 3 stars, we'd have been like, fine. He's like, smells like my daughter's perfume. 2 stars. And we'd be like, yo, he doesn't like it.
No, he
but
likes
5
it a
stars
lot.
is he likes it a
a
lot.
lot.
I don't know what to think about that.
Bold,
like,
bold move
yes.
to bring up your daughter on the internet regardless. But this review, courtesy of Tim B.
I like that. That might be one of my favorite reviews. 5 star.
5 stars.
Smells like my daughter's perfume. Daughter.
Wait.
Smells like my
Wait.
daughter. 5 stars.
Nondescript age of your daughter.
Nondescript. She might be 35, to be fair. To be fair.
We just
Very well balanced,
Yeah.
healthy boundaries.
we bought her perfume.
Yep.
She's in first grade.
And I love her and I support her very much.
She's a stinky
She's-
gypsy.
she's a
and,
doctor.
We have to cover the smell.
I was gonna say barnyard.
All right.
Yeah, it was a wild ale.
Here's a review from Yelp. This was one that didn't make the cut last time. It was pre-pandemic. Barely.
Pre-pandemic, okay.
Pre-pandemic, barely. 3 stars from Katie F. on Yelp. And she did point out different things that she liked about Ratio First, right?
That's nice.
She
Appreciate that.
mentioned things. She loves the patio. The staff was great. She loves that. Then we get into the part where she's not super stoked.
Uh-oh, the beer.
Plus minus. The brews are super unique and full-bodied with intense flavor. I opted for the IPA, which is delicious, but a little hoppy for my taste. And I love hops. However, I've heard good things about their seasonal brews. My husband and friend had a hard time choosing what to order, as only traditional craft beers are offered. It's definitely not for all palates. Minus. I'm definitely the least punk rock person. So when we entered,
She's a member of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Yeah.
so when we entered and heard the punk tunes and grunge vibes, I was a bit turned off. However, I have nothing against it. It's just not my jam. But she did give it a minus. So.
Oh, yeah. Not my jam, but minus.
But yes.
You know how you can sniff out
Nothing
a,
against it, but no thank you.
But no, thank you. Double minus.
you know how
I
you
think
can sniff
said.
out a Trump supporter? It's like not really into punk or alternative lifestyles.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
What's
Is she-
art?
Yeah. She from Kansas here?
It's
What's
mostly
going on?
top 40 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. not really into sports, so this Rockies game wasn't for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Who's this Arenado guy? I'm glad he got traded.
Yeah. How often do you get some Creed on in here, bro? Like, when do you throw some
yeah.
Nickelback on?
When
Like,
are you going to
do
put
you-
on the real rock?
Yeah,
Put
when
on
do
the
you
Creed.
put on the good stuff?
Dude, wait, by the way, total side note, went to a Colorado Rapids game the other day. Let's talk sports.
Yeah.
And every time they score a goal, they play this 80s butt rock song, and I love it. It's just so
What song
jamming.
was
I don't
Butt
know what
Rock?
it is.
Butt rock?
Shabba-dab-dab-a-dab-a-doo. It's like a Molly Crew.
The danger zone.
No.
no,
That's
not
like,
that.
that's Kenny Loggins. We're talking like Motley
Kenny
Crue.
Loggins is in Butt Rock?
No.
You're saying
That's
that's not
like
the song. That's
pop
not the
butt
one.
rock, maybe.
Pop.
Pop butt rock. I'm talking like
That's
pop
Mad Dog's
metal
middle
butt
name.
rock.
It's Pop Butt
They're
Rock.
playing like Rats
Would it be
or
Top
Motley
Punk,
Crue.
Top Punk or Pop Gun? Would it be?
Dude, but I want to know what it is because it gets me doing this. If anyone knows, let me know.
I just love that review because it sounded like she wrote it before she even walked into Ratio.
Oh, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I heard guitars
heard
before I
there's-
came
yeah.
in, and you know what?
And
I hate guitars.
I am a cello fan, so minus.
I like string instruments. The only problem is that I hate string instruments.
I don't like all
so
these hops in this IPA.
It looks like a lot of people are having fun.
Yeah.
Side note, I hate fun.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got another one from Untapped. This is an oldie. It's for Dear You Beat. Do you remember this beer?
Do what?
Dear You Beat.
Oh.
It's farmhouse ale, I assume with beets. They did at one point in time.
They made their own.
Yeah, they made their
Oh,
own.
Dear
Home
You-
beer.
about
Roots
Roots
Radical. Okay.
This one's from Calatea, and I need you to see the picture after I read the review. Okay. So it's a 3 stars on Untapped.
These are not that bad a review. We're not getting
3.
You have the worst review so far. 1 star.
That's fine. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What a
Classic.
Dear You-
quote-unquote brewery.
Yeah.
Get a microphone, Aaron. All right, so
Yeah.
Carrot Top, you're just a prop.
It screwed up your joke flow, dude.
All right, from Calatea for Dear You Beat, 3 stars. I don't know how you feel in my mouth. And I need you to see this picture.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hey, that's like 5-star right there.
Do you see it?
Yeah, you better put this on.
I don't know
on
how
the
you
Insta.
feel in my mouth.
It's just some white girl making like a drunk white girl face with her tongue out, licking. Kind of, she's like
That's
winking.
3-star. Don't know how you feel in my mouth. That's by curious.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
mean, when
That's
it,
good. There.
Yep, 100%.
Can you talk to Cal about mouthfeel? Like while we're on like the subject matter. It's important here.
Dude,
You
love
guys
it.
use a lot. Do you guys use Pilsner malts in most of the beers that you make? Talking
Almost
about
none of the
mouthfeel?
beers we make.
Oh, none.
The only
Okay.
Pilsner malt we use is in our Pilsner.
I forget.
Whoa!
The last time that we were on the show, though, there was something about the beers where it was like you did something with all of them that made them typically like lighter and more crisp. I don't know if there was like a particular. I don't know. It's a weird thing that I'm kind of like remembering. I don't know what you mentioned, but
We by the way, as we were speaking earlier, based on a lot of Colorado beers that for a while got really big, like all big and malty. If you look back at the amber ales that were big, Avalanche, Sawtooth, Fat Tire, and those have a lot of caramel malts in them. And we went back to that straight base malt, and we used a lot of wheat. And wheat does make a pretty crisp dry beer.
Yeah.
Yep. So we do tend to like drinkable beers. You can have a lot of.
Yeah, because everything's like lighter in body, even if it's something that's a little heavier, right?
Yep.
It makes it more drinkable. Go for it.
I'm going to do one more. This one is from the pandemic, July 2020.
I like this.
Mid-pandemic.
Okay.
We're all figuring shit out.
Yep. We're not sure.
We're not
if
sure what's
making
going
it.
on. We're
Yep.
not sure. It's all weird. Tyler Albrecht says, 1 star.
Oof.
I requested the men's bathroom to be cleaned 3 different times.
I love this one.
After the 3rd time, I took
one. We
pictures
know this one.
and was kicked out for being quote-unquote annoying. I was walking on... Quote-unquote annoying.
Oh, I get
was
it.
walking on piss 3 separate double-spaced times. While I was walking out, I was berated by numerous employees and other regulars of the bar.
It was like the Muppets, the old men heckling this guy.
Very unprofessional, and will be sharing the photos with the health
It's
department.
so amazing to me how he didn't understand it. He was the problem.
Yeah. He's like, somehow everybody at the bar was heckling me.
And meanwhile-
Maybe you're the
And
problem.
meanwhile, it was mostly his piss. Like,
Yeah,
the whole time. It was
yeah.
like, I can't believe
You're
I was
like,
pissed.
dude,
I
you're
was
the
walking
one.
around.
We're kicking you out for being drunk
There
and
was
pissing.
piss under my bar stool. There was piss on the way to the bathroom.
Yeah, my
There was
shirt.
piss in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's
So-
like, my pants are wet. This place, 1 star.
There was a response on behalf of Ratio Beerworks.
Oh, yes. How? Yeah, I bet it was professional.
Hey, Tyler.
Fuck off.
Hey, Tyler. Period. After reviewing our incident report and speaking to multiple eyewitnesses, we seem to have conflicting accounts of your story.
Eyewitnesses, what is this, unsolved
Amazing.
mystery?
Yes.
The bathroom was cleaned promptly after the first notice, and thereafter you were upset about the floor that was wet with fresh mop water. You then proceeded to harass our other customers on the patio who were simply trying to enjoy a beer, and also became aggressive with multiple employees
Aggressive.
after being asked to leave more than once, antagonizing the bartenders upon your exit.
When I hear somebody say getting aggressive with employees, I think of like a grappling match. I think of
Yeah.
just like,
You want to tie up here?
here?
I know judo.
He tries to lay
That
a
was
kick and
couldn't
falls
be
on
a
his
more
face.
perfect response.
I understand we all have bad days. However,
Sounds like you had a terrible one.
However, you sound like you have a bad life.
however, when behavior becomes aggressive, we will not allow that to continue. During what has been a trying 3 months for all of the service industry due to COVID-19, we have taken numerous precautions to be safe and clean. We want nothing more than for the general public to come chill on our patio and enjoy a beer at safe distance. If you would like to further discuss the incident, feel free to write me at your employee or stop in for a complimentary beer chat, which is going above and
Wow,
beyond.
that is
Because
above
Offer
and beyond.
complimentary
Yes.
beer.
What a fucking asshole
Yes.
this guy is.
So what they don't tell you is that they actually peed into the pint glass before.
So rarely is a review that distinctly obvious. Like we said, you usually give a little benefit of the doubt. That one was quickly, wait, what happened? And we got immediately like 8 people telling us about this amazing experience, including some kind. Yeah, not only the bartenders.
regulars that
Let me put it this way: if one bartender's
show.
like, "I got in an argument," you're like, "Okay, maybe."
This
8
guy-
people were like, "Let me tell you about this."
This guy went from
guy.
the bathroom to the
Yeah.
bar to
So
outdoors
this guy
to-
was already a little buzzed and proceeded, no mask, July, mid-pandemic,
Yeah, in the middle of
to
everything.
go around to each table and sit down with each table
Oh
and
my
be like,
God.
"Let me tell you about," and they're like, "Get out of here."
Fuck away from
He was literally going around
July of 2020.
in July. So that was maybe the most obvious, easy kick out, and I can't believe he sat 3 hours later and was like, "I'm going to write a review." Because normally, you know,
believe he was
hey,
coherent enough.
I know. frankly, we've all been in crazy situations. Usually, if we see a bad review at like an hour after it, you go, "Let's simmer down." The next day, maybe we get a response or a apology.
Yeah.
But that one was surprising because that was an obvious one of like, you would think, 6 hours, whatever, after, he'd be like, "Fuck, I fucked up, man." Normally you have that where
Right.
you're like, "I was a little aggro. I did go around to every table and spit on every table and tell them how crazy, chemtrails this place is." Yeah.
That's
There it is.
Lizards under DIA, let me tell you about
That's
it.
actually a testament to Ratio's beer because it makes you feel fun and like you have a point to make. It'll help. It helps you.
And he's kicked up again.
It helps you to elucidate a point, and then you pee all over yourself, and then you call it a night, right?
And then you called the Uber.
Have you ever blacked out so hard that you wrote a perfectly terrible Yelp review for somebody and then woke up the next morning?
And I guarantee that guy's been back here for a beer since then. So I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. I'm gonna freaking tell him what's up.
He's here.
But to be fair, I really do love that rented world.
Okay.
It's back.
That seems like a great place to kind of put a bow tie on things. We can stall until Jason gets back, because I definitely want him to be able to send off. But, like, Hunter,
let's talk a
anything?
bunch of shit about Jason like we did while you were gone.
That's okay.
Corey.
That's fun. I can't wait to listen to that. Fucking editing. Because I won't.
Do the laugh,
Probably.
Hunter. It's pretty good. It's, he nailed it.
Who, me?
Yeah. I definitely have an annoying laugh.
I really want to
discovered.
laugh, but I
Oh,
can't burst out.
I've got a great laugh. It's very cartoonish. I know that. I'm a big fan.
Steve, when you say you have an annoying laugh, do you feel like you go too high volume, not high volume enough, or just unique?
It's just the way I sound.
Unique only.
It's my normal.
Were you quote unquote annoying?
I'm also a quote unquote comic.
Yeah.
You have to practice your laugh
Yeah.
to get everyone to laugh with you if your joke bombs.
Well, and especially at like open mics, you do this thing where you're either like genuinely laughing, which is rare, or you do the like ha ha kind of the like
Join me.
heckle laugh or whatever. Yeah.
Dude, Aaron, you're kind of guilty of the thing that Steve does a bit about, where you like ask the audience a question about the bit you're about to do. You do that from time to time. Has anybody seen this? Has anybody heard of this?
comics are.
Anybody seen this? Anybody heard of this?
What's the deal?
We do that Jerry Seinfeld thing a little bit.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Like on a bit, you just be like, "Hey, have you heard of this?
Where's
Anybody heard of
Jason?
this?
This is
Have
getting
you done that?"
confrontational.
No. Honestly, this is
I don't know
on the
enough about,
comedy
like,
side
comedy.
of things.
I'm just like-
I would love to address it, but anything you've noticed specifically, or I mean, I don't go. Have you heard about this?
That's debatable.
I honestly,
I'm just fucking around with you. I was trying to make a conversation while we were waiting for Jason to come back.
it's clear that Jason holds the Ratio family together.
Yeah. No.
We should have told him.
Well, no. This is more on the
Then you
comedy,
can
like
find
the
five
comic
people
side
in
of it.
bathroom. Be back in an hour.
Because I am like trying to figure out more of that side of it. Like, okay, are there like tendencies or whatever? Honestly, I just mostly say dumb shit like we all do. But if the critique
Jason's
is
back.
you actually really do this, I would love to hear.
Jason, don't worry, we've all been.
I like
enough
that.
for you to
It's
actually
everyone trying to get the mic back from Rufus.
Fucking Rufus, yeah, from Bobby
Aaron.
Blumpkin,
Aaron.
from
Aaron
Rufus,
got it.
Mad Dog, Bobby Blumps,
When you guys,
Lazy Kolsch.
I know it's a ways out. When do you guys expect the new Ratio to be open?
We're
Ideally.
still quoting summer this year.
Oh,
Summer.
that's soon.
From May
It is soon.
21st to September.
Yeah,
21st.
summer lasts through September. So
Could be 2 weeks, could be
if we're
6
not
months.
open by September, then other real big problems happen. But yeah, so we
Yeah.
we feel
That's
pretty
great.
good. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stoked
Congrats.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Very excited about all the
Very
stuff you got
excited.
going on.
Get rid of. I don't know if you guys have anything you're doing with that table, but if I could fucking.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
She gone.
Good.
gone.
Don't worry.
I hope it was not memorized.
You can sleep tonight.
Yes.
It's gone.
God, that fucking table.
It was hard. It
Before
was
we
a
get
big
out of
table.
here, what do you guys want to plug? Anything? I mean, I know you got the new location. That's, it's going to be open when it's open. What's going on down here? New beer releases? Anything?
Well, for the summer, we're kind of stripping off all the winter tents, going back to summer, which is great. We're going to get the mist. I know right now when
Do you
we're
guys still get
filming,
the
it's about
street?
to snow, but
You
but
guys
hope-
still get the street out there?
yeah,
though?
we're going to have the
Great.
street. It just got extended till October of 2022.
Yeah, you guys
might go
hit
permanent.
hard. You got to double your
Yes.
capacity.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fucking
Double our
crazy.
capacity. We might be able to do some light entertainment. In fact, including comedy, we may be able to do out on that
Light
patio.
entertainment.
Light
Quote
entertainment.
unquote.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
quote
oh,
unquote.
we only book
Hey,
quote,
all
unquote
right,
comedians.
easy listening. Let's do this. All right.
Might
Hey,
dabble with some
Yeah,
light
might dabble with
comics.
some,
Have you heard about this? Have
No
you heard
heavyweights,
mildly
no
funny.
heavyweights.
Only mildly funny. No loud laughing. Yeah.
Well, then
But
I'm your man.
so we're stoked for that. We're stoked for
Yeah.
the new place. CBC is in Denver this year because of COVID. They moved it here from San Diego, which will be early fall, September. When is it?
July.
End of September? No, CBC.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about the All-Star game.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, what else is going on in Denver this year?
No, Aaron Rodgers
CBC
gets signed
is
to the
in
Broncos.
September.
That's what's happening.
Aaron Rodgers.
It is
Any day
happening.
now.
We want that.
Yeah, we want that. So,
Number 12.
Yep, stoked to get it going. The new place will be able to release a lot of more cans out of there.
Yep.
A lot of more cans. That's why I
Is
said
there
that.
gonna
That's
be-
weird.
I like a lot of kids.
When you guys open the new spot, is it going to be a different system? Are you guys going to do different releases over there? Or is it going to be the same?
The nice thing is that it about doubles our capacity. So it does allow us to have a lot more freedom, and the brewers we're bringing on to do some more experimental beers. But frankly, we'll do it at both places. So it allows us to do a little more testing and R&D kind of experimental beers. But we'll do a lot more canning over there and a lot more of the draft here. It's kind of be the general shift.
Yeah.
But we'll be able to serve beers that are made at either place at both places. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, super stoked for you guys and the new beers you've come out with. I mean, the fact that you have a new number one seller that's like not in the same category as everything else makes your guys' life a lot easier. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for doing the show. You guys are the shit.
Yeah. Mad Dog, come on, get in
Mad
there.
Dog, get
You've
in
been
here.
kicked off
Plug your
3
stuff.
times.
I will just
I will be
ask you
bartending
to
at this
come-
place.
Wait, he wants. Give him both microphones.
No, it was funny
Give
when
him
he
both.
wanted to just
Do
ask
it
you
in
to
stereo.
come.
Sing in stereo.
Ask you to come. All right, I'll leave it at that.
Release your inhibitions.
This guy.
Come to Ratio. Summer is the best time to be at Ratio. We have freaking. Wait. No. I'm saying for Ratio, but also people who are booking comedy shows, start booking me because I'm ready to do comedy shows. And I want to tell you my awesome jokes and not just keep fucking bombing at these open mics.
Do you think people that book comedy listen to this podcast?
I'm talking to Steve Vanderploeg specifically. He books some shows, but never me. But also book me.
We had you on at Flightco.
Can we
had you on at Flightco.
cut?
I guess That's one of my guesses. There's no patio there.
Yes, there is.
COVID patio.
It was my third guess. I was
And here's
there.
what
I
you
was there.
did.
I was
Well,
there.
they expanded from COVID.
Here's what you didn't realize is that review was actually about Aaron Rufus, Mad Dog, Bobby Lumpkin, quote unquote comedian.
Lumped it.
Lazy goals.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.